Digital communication, collaboration, and participation looks at the way in which you interact with others. It focuses on how you work with people, join in, and connect through digital means. Some examples of the types of digital capabilities you might consider here are communicating with others using a variety of different tools such as email, social media, photo sharing, presentations, and video. Design different communications for different purposes to persuade, inform, entertain, and support.
And this is where my focus comes from at the end of the day. I tend to try to inform along with entertain in a blend of ways. Okay. Why? A lot of other people, they're better at the networking side of things, which is actually one of the sort of things that I got into that led me down this weird sort of path that I've been on for roughly the last 2 years, given the content I was doing before.
Work online with others on projects, to share files, work on documents, and complete task lists. Take part in an online meeting or discussion forum.
Yeah. Probably
People with
born
more
from here.
extensive skills in this.
But yeah, digital communications, I might have a degree in it, just maybe. Probably not from a great school at the end of the day, but I want to know, I want to use this stream, the start, to understand the approach I'm taking towards this sort of stuff, because I had a message that you might have found some offense to my particular coverage of this. So clarification and communicating is a thing. So let's just get into this preface, warm up, you know how it goes. And so I'm going to be coming back to this later. The little test. This is my test here. So Karen, rather low. Fairness, fairly high. Liberty, high. In-group was higher. This is a bit old, and these tests aren't exactly perfect. But at the end of the day, I want to let people know where I'm coming from, despite my rather satirical bite to a lot of ways that I try to incorporate the information I present in my videos in stream across to any audience who might watch my content in any way. But yep. So my video, I said I was going to cover something real quick, and it's really annoying me. And
break, so apologies for this.
I always do. So everyone knows him. They love him. I don't really. Okay. A lot of these figures, side figures, like cartoonish, I know of them, but their involvement in drama seems rather minimum. But I at least want to highlight a couple of things here. Even going to do 1 to 10 for a certain set of DMs.
Video being on the short side, but I felt the need to make it given everyone's favorite clanker decided to throw a pretty large stray. A lot of people subscribe to me don't keep up with commentary drama, and to be completely honest, neither do I. But some
see this, I found this part incredibly interesting. He's introducing to, remember, digital communications is the angle I'm taking. So I might have a different perspective on this than a lot of other people. So he's presenting this to an audience who totally unaware of all these things. He doesn't even follow along that closely based on what he's saying.
Some things are so big that they inevitably catch your attention. Recently, Pondersprocket, a creator I used to be on good terms with up until a few weeks ago when all this stuff started to surface, has come under fire for a lot of bad things involving a creator called Spoctor. If you'd like some more information on that...
Yes. Something I see a lot of people miss is Toastify and Chuli's coverage about there's possibly a picture he got sent by the minor after he was 18. Not my video, not my priority. I don't know if it's true or not. There's a lot of things I have to go over that I have to look at and factor in.
Then go watch Toastify's 2 videos on the subject. They will be linked in the description. And Just a Robot is someone who I don't think needs much of an introduction if any of you have watched my previous video on Misanthropony. But to give you the Cliff Notes version, Jar is a disgraced commentary creator who tragically fell from whatever grace he had left around...
That he did. That he did.
A year ago after his attempted defense and sweep of Cindy Bear 03, a literal child predator, and was justifiably mocked for the dubious nature of their relationship, and more
Mocked for
literal child predator, and
the dubiousness of their
was justifiably
relationship.
mocked for the dubious nature of their
A joke, mind you. Clear joke. His audience doesn't know that.
relationship, and more importantly for this video, he has tried f***ing with several of my associates and close friends.
Yep. It's about friendships, okay? He tried fucking with them.
Over the years, and this all culminated in VidCon 2023 and VidCon 2024, where he did the following things. Number 1, acted like an utter creep in a
Oh, okay. DM time, everyone. Get your hats on. Let's do a rating. Actually, sorry, I stopped too soon.
DMs of Mally Malware, making multiple inappropriate and sexually aggressive statements.
Okay. Inappropriate, I can agree with. Sexually aggressive? Let's look. Let me do a rating. First one. Yeah, both Beaches, Lio, and others who you more likely don't know. But the context of this is cut off, but that doesn't matter. I'm just rating the inappropriateness. That's like a 0. Maybe that's a negative number for inappropriate. Well, if you would like to talk it out in VC with me, then we can. I don't articulate myself well over text. Yeah. Should I even read Mally? Probably not. It's all about the inappropriate. That seems boring, but I'll give it a 1. Still in transit. We could talk in person. I'll give it a 2 or 3 at VidCon. They're both going to VidCon. He might be under the impression that she would meet him up based on things in my video. At VidCon, just me and you over drinks. Oh, that definitely takes it up to a 4. 4. The drinks. I'd have to say overall a 6, maybe a 7. Maybe you could come to the hotel room with my hola JK. Not edit it, by the way, so clearly attend it. At least that's what I'm getting from this. So I am going to put her in here. No, there's her first no. You should have known right away. No way. I'm not going to spin. So this is to the room thing. Of course, she would deny that. I want to focus on holiday stuff. Did you see my last message? Sent it at the same time. It's my message. Hola, but still XD. Still no way. Yeah. Nah, smart. You really think it was serious with that? A lot of people are like, yeah. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'll give it a 7 at the top. I think it balances out to a 5 on sexually inappropriate. Okay. But if they're friends, it seems to come across in this. Fuck, well, I still like to meet you. I do hold your opinion as high as Peaches and Lyle. Stop fucking seeing him fucking praise Peaches and Lyle. And hindsight is a little tough. But they do not like Spoctor at all, so they might just have a lapse in thinking. I really don't. I'm trying to make sense of this. Definitely no Riz here. I just haven't seen anyone say you went too hard on Spoctor until you came along. Hell, most people said I went too soft on the guy. Okay. Not sexually suggested there, okay? That might be negative Riz there. But, such Peaches and Lot. Yeah, -1. Sorry. They suck the sexuality out of any scene. Anyone's afraid to make a misstep around them. Okay, here we got one. Want to meet up 12. What time difference is it? So 13:50. 13. What? It's military time. This is earlier, I'm guessing, unless I'm reading this wrong. Okay. This looks earlier. Is the day wrong? Or I'm just not used to it. This looks like earlier. Weird structure, but okay. Want to meet up at 12 at the water fountain? I'm not a VidCon anymore. Going home to rest. So enjoy your day. I mean, tomorrow I also left. I wonder if that's why. I also left. I think it closes at 9 or 10 p.m. Nah, I'm good. I got a lot of to do over VidCon as it is. So I'll give this a 3, maybe a 2. The drinks was a 3 or 4. Sexually suggestive. And it's funny to go over in such autistic detail, giving it a rating, but that's why I'm doing this. A little bit of humor in this rather fucked up situation. All right, but what do you look like? Because badges are too hard to read fast, and I can't hear everyone's voices at the same time. I don't really want to meet up. Here's the second indication that he should have took to lay off. She does it for the way he structured it. I don't want to see, but this gives him an opening. I don't want to talk about YouTube, work, drum. She's making it like she doesn't want to meet up because of this crap. Don't want to talk about the video and Twitter stuff. The video, Lin, probably. I don't know if the Lin video, I don't have the timeline straight. I fail. Not really. Just vibing with my girls. I didn't want to talk about any of that. I just want to say hello and have a handshake and leave. This is really a bad time for all this drama to go down right before the comp.
And refusing to take.
Didn't mean to unpause that. I don't know what to rate that. 2 maybe? 2? Yeah, 2. Perception 2. Sorry. I'm horrible at keeping track of chat, so you will have to forgive me on that. That's why I'm failed streamer. Plus the internet
No for an
good at the moment. Still rating. There's definitely more that I think rate higher, even in my own video. The whole thing about commentary therapy seemed a little odd to me. I'm like, do I even want to look into that? At least it's not like Daisy's Destruction or something you don't want to look up. But still, commentary therapy, weird. Say hello. Yeah, 2, 3 maybe. To be honest, it's not because of any drama, which is something I find really hard to believe personally, but never mind. I just want to spend my time with my friends and enjoy. So he's not, this would indicate to him, he's not her friend. Again, another thing, if he's autistic, he would have no excuse for not picking up on. Okay. I mean, even with the autism excuse, there is a couple of signs in here. God, it's all about how autistic do you think Jar is and how obsessed he is with this drama. Because again, not really sexual in my mind because it's not rated very high when you actually read through these. Enjoying my VidCon meeting and greet and stuff. I don't think it's a drama. It's just doing my own thing on holiday. Make another excuse. You don't leave these people openings like that. It's like a big door. You give them an excuse. Just say no. Just say no. Why can't you just say no? Okay. You worried about offending this person? He's so scary. I just don't get why people were afraid of Jar, yet they made fun of him all the time. It's just like Schrodinger or something. Okay, please, I won't be like, bitch, you were too scared to come to VC. Yeah, this is a little weird. Okay, I think this comes off as him trying to make a joke, a really over-the-top joke, but this might have definitely made her feel uncomfortable if she didn't already know how Jar spoke. But they gave it a pass. He's just weird. Everyone saw that Beckett video. Really just want to talk for 15 seconds, then fuck off. Yeah, he's definitely lying there. You would at least want 5 minutes. Okay, come on. But then here, I mean, you did chat with Harley a little. I hope it wasn't about me. Again, I see this more about him trying to think maybe, the worst case, he's trying to get info out of Mally. Okay. And trying to use this sort of as a deflection. Okay. That's me worst case. He could be trying to maintain this friendship, but he could also be trying to get info on Harley. Maybe try to split Mally off from the pack. I don't know. I'm not a mind reader. But again, uncomfortability, absolutely. Sexuality, definitely not. That's like -10 to most women. Okay, it's a bit freaky you would even think that. Didn't cross my mind. Sorry, I don't believe that. And well, yeah, Harley's in our group. He's a mate. And in his video, you're a close personal friend. Maybe that didn't happen until later. But yeah, I'll probably get into that. Or not. So I've been chatting with him a bunch and basically everything. But that has no influence on that. Again, I really don't believe that. I'm sure even Jar doesn't believe that, given everything I know.
Sir, every time he suggested meeting up with her. Number 2.
Yeah. The comment is gun. I get why he thought he could get away with it. I'm not going to be that mean. Sheesh. What? The context, okay? Why don't I understand your debate? Someone needs to actually set up a debate, okay? I would rather have proper context before I just go willy-nilly in. I'm not dumb, okay? Without the proper context, it's just useless, okay? I have the proper context in this video. I did not want to fucking analyze this harassment narrative. My video, not even my first video, but the last video in the series beforehand was all about pretty much all the fucking shenanigans done against Jar. Then I had the little weird in-bit rant, and that wasn't probably smart tactically, but I thought it was a little clever. Exposed a weakness, I guess.
Went out of his way to go looking for Mally at VidCon, where he then bumped into Ponder, shaked her hand like a creep, and then walked away. Number 3, at VidCon 2024, he went out of his way to go looking for Ponder, and by extension our friend group, as he admits in his now deleted apology video for the Cindy Bear fiasco.
There is not one.
Yeah, pay attention to this particular part, how this guy, cartoonish, frames this. So he says, he admits himself he was out looking for Ponder. No, that's not what he says. Can you not listen?
Single shred of evidence that I was looking for them. Sure, I was keeping an eye out for Ponder. If I saw her, I was just going to say, hey, did you see Akumu's new...
I wonder if he gets this reference, because Kumo went hard against all of them. Okay, a lot of them. Is Jar really serious about doing this? Or is this just a dumb comment? Is that not looking for someone? He knows what Ponder looks like after the handshake. Okay. If he passed by, he would have probably just mentioned that. But maybe cartoonish has a better bad faith perspective on this. I like good faith readings. He has his bad faith reading. I'm going to counter with a good faith reading. Probably the truth lies somewhere in between the two. Generally, that's where something true. I'm not going to claim either one is true or not. Never going to do that. Well, sometimes as a joke, but I'm just trying to decipher what I can from the information that I siphon through. It's all I can do as an outsider. Okay.
New video on you?
And we managed to catch the moment he spotted us in the middle of the convention where he locked eyes with Harley, and the moments afterwards where we all booked out of there while he was...
Okay, so we have a claim here, the same claim that came up in a lot of videos on Jar. Okay, so what happened in this moment? Because I don't know. There's going to be some more here. They locked eyes. So they had camera equipment. As I brought up in my video, seems really odd that they had this camera equipment and they were being harassed for 2 years straight, but they didn't report it. It could have happened. Okay. I'm not saying that it's untrue. It just seems weird. Okay. To not get some documentation of it and use it for online content. Ace card, hold something back. not poison the well, lead the trail to make their story more believable if Jar ever came up against them, like a suppressed person in Scientology, but much more lame than Scientology. Actually, is the ACC more lame than Scientology or not? I don't know. I really don't know about that.
Following us. While we did not record Jar himself approaching us, he's already self-reported multiple times that he did this. As much as he wants to deny it at the same time, he's not very smart. There are several first-hand accounts of this, and I also have proof.
Does VidCon not have security? Sheesh. Yeah, they were vlogging, okay? I still would want evidence of that, okay? Maybe they thought it would bring more trauma to them, okay? I'll agree. Wanting that in there. Okay. It's fair enough, okay? I'm trying to make sense of this crap, okay?
He was at the convention anyway because he had told one of our mutual friends he was at the convention after taking...
So, I want to bring this up. Not going to stay on this too long. One of their mutual friends. So, this is the mutual friend. And
a selfie with Turkey Tom. This friend then sent me this picture.
This friend of Jar's sent this, dude, I'm losing my shit. This guy doesn't sound like a friend of fucking Jar, does he now? That's what I'm going. He sounds like someone who's staying in contact with just a robot to keep tabs on him.
And told me that Jar was there in the first place and that we should probably be on the lookout for him, which ended up coming in clutch.
Yes. Doesn't sound like Jar's the paranoid one until later, after Mally lends her voice. It looks like you guys were the ones paranoid. So let's read this. Dudes just walked up right past us, recognized Harley, then started walking towards us. So we jetted off with Ponder to the panel. He's not going to, thank you, give me heads up. Oh my God. Like it's out. So recognized Harley, started walking towards him. It could have, even if this happened, Jar recognized Harley real quickly before Harley maybe recognized him. We don't know. It just sounds like you're keeping track of him. For what reason now? There's no evidence that he was keeping track of you, looking for you online. But this is evidence that they were keeping an eye on him. I'm not denying that maybe Jar was doing this. I'm just looking at the evidence, okay?
Some people have asked us why we were all so afraid of an IRL confrontation with Jar, but this...
She tried to turn him down gently. As I said, have you ever dealt with an autistic person? God, you need to be firm but fair. Not give an excuse. Just be like, no, sorry, Jar. You keep this up, I'm going to block you, okay? That's how it reads to me. Okay, yes, I understand. Let him down gently. It just seems like such a dumb thing for someone who supposedly deals with autistic people all the time to not realize.
Simple fact is that none of us want to fucking deal with him on our vacation. Pretty much everyone in our group has had some sort of negative interaction with Jar in the past, especially Mally and
So the harm that he presented just by being around you. You don't think he would do anything physical or anything like that. I just find this absurd. He laughs it off.
Harley, given the previously mentioned messages sent towards Mally in 2023, as well as Jar's...
Do I have to... Is this the same one? I'm going to have to double check.
Pretty much everyone in our group has had some sort of negative interaction with Jar in the past, especially Mally and Harley, given the previously mentioned...
Yeah, same screenshots. Don't have to rate them again.
Messages sent towards Mally in 2023, as well as Jar's unhealthy obsession / mortal fear of Harley for some...
Okay. So he's not making the connection. The DMs with Mally wasn't primarily about Harley, but wait, it was. And even if you think he's paranoid and he's complete schizo about his fear of Harley, this is where I can't run with some information on this particular front, and I don't want to. That's up to Jar. He wants to present. If it's real, then it's his job, not my job.
Reason.
I need to make this video with my best buddy Daft to defeat the coalition of creatures.
Yeah, clearly a joke. Fair use and all. Let me jump ahead. A lot of this is just about all the circumstantial stuff about Ponder, which isn't really relevant here. Reiteration of things that I brought up. His own video, which the best thing about that was Lyo's reaction to that. What did he say? I was going to fight him and other crap like that. It was like really, from what I hear, I didn't actually go through it. It wasn't really too relevant to anything I was doing, unless I'm wrong. Yeah, okay, fair. Harley is definitely one of those people who might have been physically. I just don't
show art.
the
Hopeless Peaches,
autistic
Harley
strength,
TBS,
maybe.
and then
Okay, yeah. Gonna pop this back a little bit.
I'm a commentary spheres and I am not. These are two very different worlds to me. What Ponder
Oh, let me go back. I'll let it play so I can also get a drink.
know about? Now's probably a good time to mention that I was not close enough to Ponder to consider us friends. I was friends with most of the people there, and to me, she was just the girl that everyone knew.
Distancing himself, which is probably true from everything I know.
We talked a fair few times and were on friendly terms, but simply put, I did not know much about her or Spockter for that matter. A lot of my associates are in drama commentary spheres and I am not. These are two very different worlds to me. What Ponder did...
Yes, this is why probably being told by these people, you would just listen and believe. They have some sort of expertise, which obviously with what's out about Ponder Sprocket is incomplete. Okay.
was really bad. Breathtaking stance. Her previous videos defending Spockter, now that I've actually seen them via
The Toastified ones, I haven't gone through them entirely. Okay.
the Toastify video, are really f***ing bad. But I don't understand how it's fair to not only simplify the stuff he did at VidCon towards my friends, but to also act as if I was cognizant of information that no one fucking knew about. And information that I...
Some missing context, because I watched this before. I guess he brought up cartoonish here, and this is why he feels he needs to address this, or he just wanted to do a quick video shitting on Jar because it's popular and lucrative, and why not? Which I'm not judging him for. Again, I'm looking at the information that's coming through. Judgment, you'll find my judgment tone occasionally in my jokes. It's more mocking than morally. It's more like, this is stupid. Why are people doing this? It's almost hypocritical.
the very least
Yeah.
did not know about. Did you not grasp how crazy of a claim this is to make? Did
I need a
Dreadlock write this part for you?
cartoony
I think if anything was
yes,
gonna...
cartoon she. Oh god. So many names. I screw up too many. This is why I like nicknames. Not only are they effective when I can't say a weird name, just come up with a nickname.
prove to me that Jar was only making this video out of spite, then this would be it. Because for what f***ing reason would you even bring me up in the first place? Because I was on good terms with Ponder at the time? Why do you insist on bringing up the VidCon incident just because Ponder is now on the chopping block? Do you actually believe you can worm your way out?
No, because it's part of the narrative, okay? The harassment narrative, that's part of the greater thing. And by the way, yeah, total fuck up with the Sydney video. Disavow that video. He disavowed that video. He's an idiot for going in, at least if you believe him. So hot and bothered. I'm sure he just was itching for a piece of that drama because his content, yeah, without the dramas to sort of keep him up in the algorithm, his probably a series of slightly anti-woke and slightly funny videos is being overshadowed by the flood that came in on Gamergate too. Okay, they make some of the stuff that they say in their videos is, I can almost respect Jar's perspective on that, even when I disagree with how out there it is.
Out of this and get people to believe it was just made up the whole time? Need I remind you, none of us chose to make that situation public. We all kept silent about it. And Ponder brought up the incident in her VidCon video, keeping you completely anonymous.
Yeah, but if he's a liar, how can you trust that? Okay, he's both a liar and you're taking his word. The double standards are not as amazing. Okay, is he a liar only when he's saying things that support a certain narrative? It's just weird, the sort of double standards with that. I'm just pointing that out. Yeah, I'm sure he made people uncomfortable, but with what? I'm guessing with his inappropriate jokes. Okay. Yeah, I believe that. He does make inappropriate jokes. He probably does that more and gets away with that more because he has some sort of weird little status. And a lot of people served as his tard wrangler for a while. He got exiled. No one was tard wrangling him. That's what the commentary community calls it. Sorry, don't judge me. My sort of language is mapped off of the general commentary community, which I spent quite some time mocking in the beginning of this YouTube channel with stupid ass videos.
Anonymous, because frankly, dealing with you and your bullshit is exhausting. It was only after the situation got leaked behind the scenes by a third party, thank you Kumo, that any of us felt it necessary to call you out. And then there's the obvious factor of everyone has moved on Jar. Everyone except you. You keep dipping your balls in the fire and trying to prove to everyone how everything you did, from Cinebear to VidCon, wasn't actually that bad, when the evidence is...
can be mentally taxing. I am trying to keep on track here. Okay. I know Spurgs and I try to work with them, but it can be hard.
Stacked firmly against you, and when everyone has already made up their minds nearly a year ago. The only reason I'm making this video is because the jab you made against me and by extension my friends was just that laughably petty, and because if you haven't drilled it for your clearly outdated motherboard yet, you need to be told to cease this absolute nonsense. Your comments on this video and your overall attitude suggest to me that you're still spiraling. You cannot change what you have done, nor can you convince any—
No, he can't change what he's done. It's gonna be a stain that haunts him. Okay, he did fuck up with that. Even if he has even if you do believe that he was set up by Kumo, you can see even in the DMs with Sydney, clearly he was pushing himself and definitely abusing his medication at the time, Adderall, like a college student. Okay, I trust me, I tried to understand why he was so sort of dead set on this. He's not going to talk on that, even with me. Okay. And I guess I'm considered friendly. I'm trying to keep an emotional distance from, well, him and everyone in general. It's a general policy. I will accept internet friend status, even from someone like Veriquay, who's a constant pain in the ass to get any fucking information out of. And even when I get information out of Veriquay, I still can't trust it. You have to know. But sometimes he can give you a general idea where to go.
Anyone that you've changed while you're still doing shit like this. Either take the hint one way and just keep making those little media reviews of yours, or take the hint the other way and bugger off. I think the principle behind you even thinking you could get away with such an insane claim like this is crazy. All because Ponder is now fair game to you, and because I made fun of you in a video 6 months ago? Get a fucking grip, you're like 30 years old. I get you can't hold a job because you keep making women uncomfortable in the workplace.
Yeah, that's an assumption. Make people uncomfortable. That is a very broad experience if that's not Jar trying to placate his master, Lio. Lio definitely has a way with people. I'm not going to say how, what way. It's really hard to figure out. I'm not really friends with him or have much interaction with him on a positive side. So we have that particular thing there. I'm thinking the Lin video. Not going to go through the whole thing. I just want to highlight Chris the Narc, who I highlighted in my other video.
Content warning for John.
So yeah, let's get this so I can get something around. Not going to say more. Going to put this on.
The sincerity of it. And we know that this thinly veiled threat was a credible one, given how, when he brought this up in his conversation with Maui, without Handler Convoy around, mind you.
On this note, it is also worth noting it was easier for Jar to get this kind of thing past Lio, because not only was he more cover about there, but also because a lot of
Lio sweeping from Lin. Okay, sweeping and running is really something I need to drop. Okay, it's code switching. Okay, Chud Logic was the first time I learned that those fucking sort of terminology, and I regret it now. But Chud was good. Chud Logic was good at the beginning. He was hard hitting. he had a good blend. There's a good reason I fell off of watching him. Many reasons.
Lyle's negative sentiments towards the art commentary community at the time were largely informed by the narratives being fed to him by Hopeless Peaches at the time. Dude, the art commentary community is a cesspit of degeneracy, soy liberal pieces of garbage, and then on top of that, just massive hypocrites. So,
Hey, I can't disagree with Chris here. Okay, that does seem to be my impression. He says it with much more confidence than me. A lot of confidence than me. But yeah, let me not cock.
like, I don't think it was just Peaches telling Lyle that stuff. I feel like you.
I got it. Just not Peaches. Because if you watch the Harley video, the reason Harley is sort of gives Lyle somewhat of a pass, not as harsh as Peaches, is because he indicates that, yeah, it's all on Peaches. Lyle blames Peaches for. So he's blaming a younger woman who he adopted into his family for manipulating him. And maybe it happened. Maybe it happened. It just sort of highlights how much his tough guy act online is total bullshit, if that is true.
The overall community's actions is what led Lyle to hating this. While this was something that he should have let slide, they shouldn't have let slide, which is fair. I am more than confident that it being a mistake in good faith rather than malice, also fair.
You're showing a man and you ended with a.
Okay. Chris, you're such an arc. Blah, blah, blah. Want to just blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Every content creator uses a content warning like this. Like, don't get me wrong, I've used a content warning in regard to the birdie stuff because we were talking about like them getting people to self-harm and there was kids involved and they were like cutting themselves and sharing each other's their.
Yeah, I think if I got into that, I would need to get a warning. This is why I generally don't do that. Going to this exposed content, oh God, just such a tricky thing. You even have to be careful about other shit.
Self-harm bleed outs to each other. Like, that's when I'm them seed fascist rhetoric and the just rhetoric. Where? Who's using fascist rhetoric and the
I agree with Chris here. Fascist rhetoric. No one. There's so much I'm going to agree with Chris on. There's other points where I'm like, dude, where? Why?
just the robot stuff. I don't believe Beckett ever did that. I sure as hell didn't. So, like, whoa!
Beckett is a fascist because he didn't take Jar's edgy.
It's really weird how they're like, yeah, Jar. They don't actually say it, but they accept the implicit thing that Jar's rhetoric is fascist. But she turns it around on him and Beckett, and all of a sudden he's like, what did we do wrong? We were with you. We were on your side until you did this. Weird. It's just really weird. But Kristen Ark learned from Keemstar, supposedly, maybe, that he was the producer for the Keemstar show with Salvo. I think Salvo might have doxed his name, I remember vaguely, and that's repeated. I don't know how much of it would be considered a dox. The rules around doxing is fucking insane.
Jokes. Seriously. I won't pay attention to how Ponder later in this video also brushes off his racism, and just laser focus on him.
Yeah, this is great.
Tab back in just for a second so that you can be informed about what you're getting yourself into here. Man, it sure has been a while, innit? Between navigating some personal stuff and preparing for a big content shift in the future for when I come back to making content more regularly, it's safe to say that I've had my hands rather full these last few months. So to take a break from the monotony of it all, how about we clear the air here? Just the Robot is a former commentator, in brackets, I hope, who has ended up in some pretty significant...
Gotta jump on the bandwagon, okay? Get your name into the Jar narrative. That's how that reads to me. Like, I can't take... I have an excuse to make a video on Jar that I can justify to my general audience, so I'm going to do it. Separate, yeah, sort of.
He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. You idiots need to understand.
He'll try to eventually find some way to come back. Even if I'm like, dude, if you want to come back, you have to have something solid. These videos, These little like petty ass little videos ain't gonna do it. Okay, just from a tactical perspective. So I said, I'm not really just from a tactical perspective. Realistically, because I told him they're going to treat him like a lolcow. They're going to do this, and what happened? More people got on board with he's a lolcow narrative because yeah, borderline definitely has meet the requirements now to be officially called that. Probably hit a lot before that would have gotten him in that role beforehand, but that's sort of smart when you have lolcow tendencies to fucking hide them.
He lives online.
Not that I actually agree with lolcow. God damn. I swear, we've gone commentary. I'm not part of commentary, any of it. I'm sort of around it, bread and butter. They pick up stories that and find out information that is really useful in my own analytical and research into, digital communications.
He's never going to change. He's going to come back.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole section that I actually cut out from one of my videos. Masking. Yes. I could cut it out completely because it was some fucking weak sauce. I'm like, this sounds too much like defending him. He's autistic and he probably highly likely masked and tries to imitate off of other people. No shit, Sherlock. YouTubers in general do that from the start. You add in the sort of you add in the autism, and that's like double. That's masking plus the general Rand Soder crap. But again, it's almost too much of a defense that I didn't want to fucking rock.
He's going to pretend to do media reviews for like a year, and then he's going to flop back to drama content. All right? Stop it. He's not going anywhere.
Controversy in recent memory for a variety of reasons.
Now, I don't want to focus on the Jar 10. I want to focus on what Lin has to say.
Chief of which being a video he made to defend a child predator who went by Cinny Bear, along with how he had been called out for asking a minor to draw NSFW artwork for him. Those are situations I don't really have much to say about. They've been covered up and down the community by now, and given that all that needs to be said thankfully was obvious, I don't really have all too much to add to the conversation there. What I do wish to talk about, however, would be a situation that has been brought to public attention more recently, as it seems that a lot of people involved have already spoken their piece about their perspective on the whole thing, and until now I've held off on doing so for 3 key reasons. Most importantly, of course, would be because I certainly was not as highly impacted as most of the others were, as I thankfully never had to have concerns for my physical safety when in a public place. And the second reason comes down to how I, frankly, have had better things to do than end up in a Twitter mudslinging contest with someone who routinely argues in bad faith, though we will cross that bridge when we get there, simply because more important things, like having a job, were a better use of my energy and time. That being said,
Cool story, bro. Nobody gives a
my third and final.
You know what? I want to criticize fucking Chris for that. But I agree. I agree. There's a lot in there that is saying nothing. I understand what it is. It's justification for Lidland. These ACC, they love a justification. Okay. They hold on to stuff until it's justified to release something.
Reason would be
that is my reading of that community.
Because during the times where I did want to, I wasn't able to do so because I was missing a crucial audio recording that I would need in order to be able to prove the fullest extent of what happened. More specifically, the call that Mali Malware had with Jar about the issues that they were having. And I didn't have access to that call due to...
Yeah. It's also another thing. I was looking for Lin's videos to try to work on this. I'm like, they're gone. They're gone. I was dumb enough. Was actually, I came across this just looking for Lin because I wanted to take a look at least for background on Lin, what her videos were like. I'm sure there's a copy of fucking Lin's first video on Jar about the tweet thing, but I did my own section, so I was like, fuck it. Found it. It's still public, mostly public. Why not?
Read this. Hey, Mally, I hope you're doing well. Rough times have been for everyone these days. Just wanted to let you know that apparently Jar has gone off the deep end and now has publicly said he's planning on making a video on me that he's previously considered. Do you still have the recording of the call with him? If he goes over the entirety of my video, I'll def be needing it. Hey, Lin, I'm good. As any student is starving and stressed. Hope you're faring better. Yeah, I've heard Jar mention planning to do a handful of ACC videos as recent vids. Sound like he's being a petty loser. As for the call, that can't become public.
he's doing responses back. Is he doing responses back to videos you made on him? I'm never going to understand it. They're always going to find some reason why they get to make the videos, but he doesn't because he's in the wrong. And he's definitely not totally in the right almost ever. But I watched him a bit. He was a doofus, okay? That was some of his charm. He was probably the most likable person in the ACC because, yeah, he still had some of those fucking tendencies, okay? You know, apologize. This person apologize. I have a clip later. You know, there's a demonstration that's within context for that.
Unless Jar lies about something that requires it to become public, which he did. Why do
he did? What did he lie about, Chris? Please expand. Okay, I cannot find any lie. Because, yeah, Mally's like, no, she didn't. Okay, I did watch a video for background. Yeah, Jar lied, obviously. No, I'm not saying obviously, fuck. I'm saying what people consider lies when you don't actually know about things or don't have the proper context is really fucking weird. Okay, yes, Jar lies. Oh, usually out of own self-interest. And he used some hypotheticals that get him into trouble and make jokes. All true. But direct lie, I would like to know what lie. Because I watched this video where Chris calls Jar out for lying, and it's like, I don't see this. This doesn't seem like a lie to me. You're watching his first draft, and you're trying to say he's... Yeah, some context for this would be helpful for the audience. Maybe he did. But Mally does not think he did. That's what I really want to get at.
All these... No, that's not AI, Shogun. That's a voice changer. Lin does the doodle tones thing. I think if that's their voice...
No. Stop being so crude in chat, okay? Mally was doing the best she could. Okay, I don't think she was bad. I think, as she said, she in the video that Harley put out where they talk about the Jar call, the Jar situation, she's very attached to Harley. Okay, and what sort of way? I don't want to speculate on that. Okay, I'm not judging any of these people. Okay, judgment is out. A breakdown of what's likely is true and what's not is my aim.
Go to voice training. He and I agreed we wouldn't be airing out our dirty laundry like drama that includes a call. If he lies about something, then okay, but otherwise, I'm not going to leak anything. Is there something in particular that the call you think he'd either lie about or something? I'm out at the moment. We can talk more once I'm home.
Mally insisting on not wanting it to go public as a means of honoring an agreement she came to with Jar to keep the situation behind closed doors. And out of respect for the amount of skin in the game that she had, I was more than happy to honor that. And things stayed that way until the 4th of February this year, when a commentator called Beckett made a live stream releasing Mally's side of the situation.
Woo! Which was me and Beckett, baby. Also, this makes this makes it sound like you're kind of jealous that Mal.
You go straight to the jealous. You mad, bro? You mad? This fucking annoys me. Such a fucking Weasley little technique. These fucking live streamers. He might have learned it from Keemstar, Chris the Narc. Again, he worked for Keemstar in a bit, and when you work for Keemstar, yeah.
Molly gave Beckett the call. Besides you, just putting it out there, it's making it sound like you're a little upset with that.
Including that call. And after I had been watching...
Where are you getting that from? Lin sounds, well, not monotone, but pretty well leveled. Okay, you're not getting that from what she's actually saying, dude. Okay, you're not. What secondary source? Maybe you'll get to it. I don't want to go over this whole thing.
Watching the stream myself for a bit, I realized something. While Mally ultimately...
I realized something when this person heard me be like, Jar sounds like a rape victim. Jar sounds like Professor Dreadlock and him are butt buddies. They watched that whole live stream.
Changing her mind on whether or not to remain silent herself is something that she was more than entitled to do. It did strike me as a bit off that Mally would take this...
Yeah, I just use that humor to deflect away from. You don't have anything to say, Chris.
Situation to a react. Who
No.
talks as if he's only one or two usages of the N-word away from being right at home in a Call of Duty lobby from before.
Okay, who cares? You know what's funny is that Mally showed the call to Beckett, and Mally was concerned that she came across as soy, and Beckett was like, "Hey, no, you actually look really good in this." And she was like, "Okay, well then you can talk about it," because they've built that friendship. They built that level of trust. You don't have that level of trust. Just because Beckett, a guy that cracks jokes, edgy jokes, and myself decided to go over that call together, who cares if he was the one that got it? Why do you need to be the one that does it? Because you're soy as shit?
Why are you making me defend fucking Lin here, Chris? Do I have to explain this? She was actually involved in it. Beckett wasn't. He's a outsider source. Yes, he's better at presenting his fucking arguments than Lin is. No doubt. Again, no judgment there. Okay, it's just a matter of how I see their skills. Okay, Beckett is a very good talker. Okay, he's great at talking to people. He has many, many years in the Twitch ball scene, which it didn't turn out well for him, as I'll go into later.
Because you have this perverted idea of how you should be able to do it instead of everyone else that's making it entertaining and fun.
God.
You need to put it together.
As I said, I'll let people join after I get to a certain point. So don't get so drunk you pass out. Sheesh, why does everyone... Oh, God.
Together as like some sort of serious video when you aren't a serious person. You make content creation with a...
Okay, I think I illustrated my point well enough with this. I just wanted to highlight, and I'm sure there's more. Okay, I put some of the sort of questions. Him getting like counter offended that she called him and Beckett fascists, but fine with Char being fascist seems like a set of double standards. Just saying, Chris. If he watches this, I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day.
PNG tuber with a voice changer.
I mean, I could moralize about what he's doing is complete asshole behavior, but do I have to? Isn't it obvious? Even to people who fucking like Kristen Ark, they know this is an asshole move. But yeah, get it just to the Beckett section, okay? Beckett section, which is more focused. I'll try to include other things for the wrap up, but let me get to a certain, at least to the jar clip I have here, and this edit that I put together. This is probably going to be out of most people's purview. Politically, this is Counterpoints. I know of him back in the day. Hell, I followed the panel scene that Chud Logic and all these motherfuckers. I didn't know Beckett. I never saw Beckett in one of the panel scene years ago. Almost even debated Wick. Wick tried to get me to debate him on CRT, but his show wasn't at the right time. And yeah, it's also a hot potato issue back then. I probably would have fucked up. Even worse with debate back then than I am now. Hit or miss with that crap.
Predictably enough, the first controversy about PV didn't come from the right-wing or drama YouTubers. It came from lefty creators. Reservoir and Beckett, veteran streamers of the Twitch politics scene, began quote-unquote exposing the mission of progressive victory. They believed that PV was intentionally concealing its efforts to promote the democratic cause because of a Twitch terms of service stipulation that any political activity...
No. This is just for proper... This is for proper context, everyone.
...on the site must be voluntary and that Twitch's payment system can't be used for fundraising. To my knowledge, no concealment was intended. In my personal opinion, no one had thought that far ahead. Beckett and Reservoir repeatedly took the creator Wick TV to task for his lack of disclosure, and drama streamer Queeman specifically objected to smaller creators who could not survive in the ecosystem alone, receiving compensation from any organization that inorganically propped them up. Beckett was very passionate about his objections, believing that what made online politics
Oh.
special was that it was
Hi,
gaining share pundits in the
Block.
comfort of their own living rooms, offering their earnest opinions without undue exterior influence. By introducing money into the equation, outside politics had corrupted the space, and now no one could trust anyone else's opinion to be genuine. While acknowledging his passion and
Hello, Beckett. Hope you're having fun. Doubt you'll stay very long. It's going to be a little bit boring. Yeah, you'll know when it comes up.
objection and agreeing that there should have been more disclosure.
What do you mean you were worried about?
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So I wanted that background. And it's sort of weird that to learn, because I found this out interestingly enough. Couldn't find a way to fit it in. Not sure if it's great for context here or if he got paid Brianna Wu for his first video, which probably, to be fair to him, was probably because of what, Jenny Matrix liking her at the time.
Oh, wait.
She's a major networker. Okay. I think she's even got into the community that I was most focused on, Stitch and Atom community, because their content took a weird turn at a certain point. I was questioning them. Okay. They take them with a grain of salt. My other influence, commentary and the centrist, mainly Stitch and Atom, because they could take a joke. So they got weird.
What do you mean you were worried about what might happen?
Sorry, she just seemed extremely like fucking like depressed. She was depressed posting like.
Okay. Yeah, I just realized I might need to give context for this. So what drew me into this was the Himpleton stuff. I've seen this before, trying to make sense of the downfall of fucking H there. Okay, because I knew him. Hey, I just the whole thing was ZV. I'm like, what the fuck is happening, people? What the hell happened to Himpleton? I know I stopped sort of trying to deal with him because of how insane his streams got. But what the hell is all with this? So this is the start of this. Okay.
Get shit done and like.
The context for this. Trying to think. This is like fireside chats. It's going to come up. Okay. I tried to cut it at the right place.
Like,
Yeah, she's from the ACC. Like, okay,
Yeah, I
so
mean-
here's my thing with us. You're talking to Jar and you're talking to people like Goblin and you're asking for information stuff. Don't get me wrong, I've caught my fair amount of flack for getting off the truck during the safari, but you know, you're saying, well, Jar has a route back, he didn't know Cindy was a groomer. You're making a June the King thing, but you don't really understand the ACC community. I mean, otherwise you
There it is. Understand the ACC community. But Beckett does. Clearly.
wouldn't be making these fucking mistakes.
Mistakes.
Like I have my DMs with Jar.
That's everything fucking Himpleton does. That has nothing to do with the ACC coverage. That's all of his coverage, if you haven't noticed. But maybe Beckett, I just don't know how Beckett is connected. I just don't know. Precisely. Okay. He's in the same sphere. He, at least later, might get into it, might not. Got Himpleton's old buddy Morale on his side. So, interesting enough. Okay. He's a good cast member, is how it comes across. I don't know if I'm going to get into that.
And then cool with Jar, and that's it. Because I understand, like, I've been around that little group long enough to know.
I asked Lily about the whole grooming claims. She said that Chaos was the one who was actually trying to groom her. Considering that I almost committed self-deletion, then Chaos made up a person to say that I was the one who pushed someone into committing self-deletion. So I thought maybe Chaos had romantic interest in Lily, but then later tried to accuse Lily of child grooming to get out of facing the responsibilities for lying about me pushing someone into committing self-deletion. I unfortunately had a lapse in judgment.
Oh God, the logic hurts me. Okay, it's sort of funny how he goes about this. God damn, Jar's pretty soy for someone grew up Christian. Oh,
Over the definition of grooming. I made it clear in my
yeah. So he even didn't have a great definition of grooming. Okay, if you want to use this against him, go ahead. Okay. I can't stop the narrative. Okay. I believe he's dumb enough to really actually but I'm still on the fence about that. Iffy on that.
Video that Lily was the older party and not below the age of 18. I did say after Lily's section.
Oh God. Yeah, it's fucking tough as hell to fucking untangle this fucking shit. Okay, you think you have it all figured out, then all of a sudden you miss one little thing that changes every fucking thing. Fucking insane. Trying to get too seriously into it is just, oh. This is why I passed the first time I looked into Senate and the ACC. A basket full of crazy back then. Small commentary, which I sort of looked at later, just as bad. Again, is Beckett still in chat? Okay, I'm very curious if Himpleton pointed, what? Himpleton pointed him towards the ACC and Akumu, because I'm pretty sure I can't find it because H deleted his fucking nuked his fucking Discord or kicked me out. I don't know the details of that before I can get a screen recording, but yeah, I recommend it. Looking at Akumo's coverage, and Beckett picked it up, and I'm like, oh, interested. I know about most of it, so it's going to be boring seeing this whole new group do it. But good on Akumu for getting a little bit of a boost, a little bit of hope, at least in the beginning.
Jokingly, well, it looks like you were the one who was trying to groom her, which a lot of people did point to. However, afterwards, I did say, Chaos, I'm willing to hear your side of the story on this. Only a few hours after my video dropped, Millie Malware contacted me, asking me to edit out the parts with the grooming claims. I heard her out, and I...
So we also have an interaction between Mally Malware here and Jar, and her being very upfront. It's apparently upfront with him in this particular interaction, but it's told by Jar. I don't know if she seems like the type who goes from really reserved sometimes to really aggressive. I'm wondering what flips the switch for her. I don't know. I don't pretend to know things I don't. Just looking at public information.
I did agree. To be perfectly honest, I almost took them out myself, but with my poor understanding of what the definition of grooming was at the time, I left the grooming claims in. I heard her out and agreed to edit out those sections.
And against Jar here, this seems a little bit like bullshit. Okay. It seems like bullshit, but as soy as it is, the steps he takes are very convincing to sort of correct that fuck up. Did he do that because he had so-called tard wranglers keeping him on track? He lost a hold of them and he went off the rails, didn't know how to navigate drama anymore? That's a good theory to work with
YouTube Editor. Unfortunately, for some reason, YouTube Editor was taking several days to remove these parts. I swear, usually it only takes a few hours. A few days later, Leo Convoy and a lot of his friends were hounding me on Twitter.
Leo hounded people on Twitter? Who would have thunk?
To delete or unlist the video. I want to make it clear to anyone who was comparing me to Stories in Pentagon, I was never calling Chaos a child groomer, a child predator, a pedo, or anything of the sort. I am not tolerating that lie any further. I was afraid that Chaos would use this little bit of evidence to get out of the situation that she got herself into. If she just had apologized for falsely accusing me of murder, and also didn't lie about Lily grooming her, which put the word grooming in our minds in the first place. Yes, I should have double-checked the definition of grooming. Yes, I should have had more people check over the video before I publicized it. I will take responsibility for what I did, but not an inch further. I re-uploaded the video with the changes, and a disclaimer about the grooming claims at the beginning of the video. I put the video on my channel as the channel trailer for returning and new viewers. I even pinned the video to my Twitter. On top of all of that, I didn't even put an ad at the start of the video to make sure that people actually watch the disclaimer.
Whereas what I see and
Overcompensating much, Jar? I don't know. Did he genuinely make that mistake? Because I think the efforts he took definitely made a difference. But the stupidity of what he did, I can understand it, that he would do it. Yeah, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not Lily, that crap there. That how can I address the PV allegations? That's counterpoints. That's totally him. It's background information on you, man. Assuming you are the real Beckett.
Like, I guess the way I see it is this. Jar is using you as his little fucking test audience for, can I persuade people outside the ACC? Actually, I didn't know, I was innocent. I just didn't realize what a groomer was, which is what Jar always fucking does. He looks for new friends and then tries to...
You see, Beckett, how do you know this? You talk to the ACC. Oh, wait, never mind. Let's go. There's a lot of people who have stories about Jar. I know that.
To basically side up with them. That's how he ended up in the fucking ACC in the first place. Even if unintentionally you...
Yeah, I think Lio sort of made him feel safe in the ACC. Did he groom him? Probably not. Make him feel comfortable and safe, and probably served as a buffer between him and what is it called? The rest of them. You know, be the Tard Wrangler for Jar for the ACC. It's a theory. I think it's a good theory, but what do I know?
Are providing that support for him. Because of the way you seem to like have talked to Aiden about this, the way you've talked to Goblin.
Yeah, you know what? If they would actually talk to me in private beforehand and inform instead of just pop up, okay? It's like they can't read. Look, I reached out to them. They're the big guys, well, at least comparison to me. And I have to do the extra work. They can't give me a heads up, you know? That seems sort of rude of them, okay? I even let Fauci on last time. And everyone knows how that turned out. Yeah, beforehand, they want to talk to me. Message me. Is it that hard to fucking do? Fucking hell. Because I had a whole video talking about the standards of old commentary versus new commentary. I decided, fuck new commentary standards. You can't even have the respect to phone ahead of time, make a plan. Yeah, why? Why should I placate to them? Because they're the bigger content creators. Yeah. DM me, set up a time.
You know, you're trying to... It looks like you're trying to, I don't know, at least foster a friendly-ish relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like...
Oh, I might do open phones towards the end, okay? Let me get through some stuff first, okay?
Well, how do we trust what comes out of you in the long term for that kind of...
They are welcome to come on for open phones. I might as well do that, okay? I'm not going to be nice, but if they want to come in, people use their thing. How long stream's running? There's at least another section I want to go over before I would open up the phone lines.
The video. Like, how do we know you're not biased?
For Jar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. What was always the plan is that like I was gonna, especially with all the kind of speculation surrounding the calls, I was always planning on, once I released the video, including all the calls so that people could comb through them. Obviously, like if there's, I don't think there's anything like sensitive.
I mean, you think in terms of exposure. There's nothing wrong with that, by the way. This isn't a criticism. Lots of us do. But you understand when you say, "Well, I'm going to get a shout out," even if it's just like referential. In the same way that, you know, when anybody uses any of our stuff in like a video or something that's going to be like more widely viewed, that's going to bring attention to us, right? So, you know, and that motivation for you, because you want to grow, you want to do more things. It just feels like you want to play behind the scenes. I think Chud said it's like Colton-like behavior.
Well, but so Becky, here's my thing. Like, I could have stopped at the first call and that still would have happened. Because again, like he is literally referencing something from the first call. That is the extent, at least from what I understand. I like, again, do not, I don't
Then why
know.
didn't you?
Sorry?
Then why didn't you stop at the first call?
Because I'm wanting to do this retrospective. I'm working on this Joshua video. I also initially was thinking that I could learn more information about just what exactly was going on, whether he was being
Well, what's your,
legitimately
what's your,
genuine about. Sorry.
what's your cross-reference? Who else from the ACC have you spoken to?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you've got Jar's side of this, but who else have you spoken to?
About what?
About Jar.
I've spoken to people behind the scenes, but not like on the record. Like I wasn't planning on. Like
I mean, do you see what I'm getting at here? You're saying you're doing a retrospective of Jar's dramas, essentially from the perspective of Jar.
You're not talking to.
That's a major look. Himpleton is definitely practically a pathological liar. I was tempted to put that in my morale video. I'm like, okay, let me not. I was doing the morale thing, and I noticed under that, around that was the pathological liar thing, which actually Himpleton checks the marks for that. But even then, even if he is a liar, a snake, a total unhinged psycho, which he's coming off nowadays as, this still seems like a weird route to go at.
Anybody else
No,
who's had to deal with him?
Wait. So basically, what I'm doing right now, or what I was doing, was just pure info gathering. Like I haven't even gotten to the point of like scripting and starting to ask other people questions.
Yeah, and it comes out later. I actually have an interview with someone who showed up on Beckett and Chud Logic stream after the ZV call. Don't have clips for, and I can't actually play, but man, he was. No, I don't know how much I could release from the thing that I haven't gotten permission from. Okay, I can say I probably have just who even knows. He probably fed more information to Beckett and Toastify when he went on their streams, or Chud Logic.
Questions and stuff. Like that would inevitably happen, but like this is such early stage.
Here we got the mad bro. Why don't you people understand what an investigation? You're curious about this fucking shit, and you're just trying to make sense of it. That's what I tried to do. Okay, where's your Beckett video, Beckett? Don't pull the mad bro bitch shit
stuff. Like it's not coming out next month. You know what I mean?
What is it? A documentary?
That was the plan, like a June the King kind of.
Is this going to be like a Tro video where it's like 6 hours long? I mean, what is this?
I don't know about 6 hours, but I was planning to be pretty exhaustive.
Okay, if you're just asking, no, not mad. I had to explain this to ZV when I tried to get information from him. Yeah, I'm just curious. It's just such a fucking disaster. I'm like, how the fuck did this happen? Okay, I know I was disengaged from the fucking Himpleton Discord by this time, but I was like, what the fuck? How did he go off? Well, yeah, he did go to that rehab for a while. Oh, and Kinetic Cal. Maybe I should jump to that. Because I did not cut this down enough. I did not want to make this bazillion leagues long. Okay, I'll try to play it some more.
Well, again, so like there are two different videos too. Like there's also the one where his editor.
Here we got the board. We got the board. I'm happy people are bored. Okay.
Somebody that I'm looking into.
This is bored. Okay. Trust me. I wanted to cut this down more for the stream, but it's so fucking boring. I agree. But it's interesting information if you go through it and put it into modern day context.
Now, that's like the main video that I'm working on right now. And he had a good amount of insight on that. Since he directly worked with him. And no, I'm not just talking to Jar about that, obviously.
I'm loving the insults. When I piss people off, they always call me names and point out things about me that may or may not be true. When you gaslight people, they just start ignoring you when you do that shit. Sorry. It gets to some people who actually care about that stuff. Thank you for the good example of that.
Obviously, I think it's very, 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 very clear that I was fucking stupid and reckless with
no
the jar
shit.
thing. I think, Beckett, what you're saying is on point about like me.
Yeah, I knew diving into. I think it was an unconscious desire. I avoided the jar stuff. I'm like, I don't need to dive into the jar stuff extensively while looking into what happened to Hempleton and all that shit. Finally, I'm like, oh god, I might as well look at this, and this is where we are now. Fuck everyone involved, even me.
Kind of jumping out of the fucking, like, not just getting out of the Jeep of the Safari, but like fucking rolling in the grass and trying to be one of the fucking animals without even really knowing what I was doing.
Oh fuck.
Like
I was too lazy to go through this.
So that we can get the story out on Birdie. And it's like, then you
Like
it obviously was just like a gay op. Now I think when you did not,
and so because of that, like it's not, it would be defined as like a gay op.
well, just to reiterate,
In these semantic games, he does it worse than anyone else. Fucking hell. HHH. And he's still going. Here's the Parlo thing that I'm like, whoa. How did he fucking pull that? Oh, Parlo's a loser. I knew a loser who fucking baited him and did some shit with Parlo. It's just amazing. Parlo. Fucking, it seems like he's into some really fucked up shit also. But not my story.
great. I think my understanding of, based on my conversations with you, was that you overplayed your support for Just a Robot for the sake of getting in his good graces and getting early access to his response for the sake of getting info and content for your video. To what extent you overplayed your positions to gain his favor, I'm not sure. But
I mean, this actually seems somewhat fair of Aiden. Okay. This actually seems fair of Aiden to bring up.
it obviously was just like a gay op. Now I think when you denied it, maybe you didn't meet your definition of a gay op, but you seem to agree with me now that yes, this is your
Okay,
so this is a gay op.
When it wasn't, I didn't.
This is very much where my like issue sits, and this is why I'm asking you questions about the jar and Cine and like fucking Goblin, because when the stuff came out about the group chat to do with Cinebat, it was like no, you guys don't understand. We're actually just trying to get Cine to shut the fuck up so that we can get the story out on Birdie. And it's like, then you look at the group chats, you look at the messages, you look at everything happening behind the scenes, you're like, actually.
Oh, yeah, talking about that group chat. They were talking about trying to take this to Chud way before Jar got involved. Probably should have put that in one of my videos, but I just couldn't find a place. I think that was a little bit too defense sweepy, as the Twitch poll new commentary people would say. So I think I kept that out on purpose. But yeah. It seems like, yeah.
At the very least, they were like supportive.
Yes.
Or they were in the deepest months-long gay op I've ever fucking seen. So, like, it's interesting to watch this drama.
See, if I'm gonna hate someone, I want to hate someone for the right reasons. Okay, and I can't say I hate anyone involved in here. Okay, Hempleton would probably be the one that I would be most likely to hate, but I understand how fucked up he seems to be. He literally, one good thing at watching Purple Perry, whatever that fucking guy, total interesting guy, Purple Perry Gaming, is he found something very interesting that Hempleton was working for. What was he called? Oh, Angry Slug. Okay. Something I knew, but I could only hint at in, I think, my third video covering Hempleton, the one covering his ex-mod and his drama. But yeah, then he worked for Salvo. Now he has the Parlo thing. Man, I don't know what voodoo he has, but it doesn't seem to get him very far. He always fucks up in some way or another. Damn.
Fold to the point where it hits you, and there are so many parallels to this fucking group chat and this fucking Cine support group. You just seem to be doing it to Jar. And now when you've kind of been caught in a live coming on, realizing it wasn't live, now you've got a bit of a backtracky. Well, actually, guys, it's not a shout out. It's not this. It was just a joke kind of thing. and then you've got the weird conversation.
Yeah, I fucking hate that it's a joke defense. Okay, if it's a joke, what is the humor of it? This is what fucking encountering people defending morale or Kumo in some cases for some people. Yeah, why is it a joke? What was the intent behind it? You're not just doing it. You can say, oh, we're just doing it to fuck with someone. At the end of the day, maybe, but if you had a good reason, that's great cover for the troll or joke. Like, yeah, definitely was the case with fucking Himpleton after he went on that stream and was like, I just gave up to fucking Char, if I remembered that instance correctly.
You have with lyrics afterwards, the like fucking long DM to Chud. I don't know, man. It just feels like you should just take the position and own it. It doesn't matter if somebody doesn't like it, would be my thought. Because like,
yeah,
I'm not sure how much I can trust you to tell me the truth of what you're doing. And like,
That's
again,
fair.
you don't have to. I don't fucking care. Who the fuck am I? But like, that's the criticism that's hitting you directly.
Right.
Yeah, that's the whole problem right there. That's the whole problem. I don't care about the stray. I catch strays all the time. I don't care about the stray that you gave me. But it's the fact that you present yourself as this trustworthy guy, and all these instances are coming up where you're snaking. You're being a snake, and it's like, bro, what? Just if you're gonna be a snake, act like a snake. Own it. But don't come off like you're some nice guy when you're doing snaky ass behavior. You know, shit. Own it at least.
I think your fundamental issue is your attempts, not even the initial things you do, but your attempts to make yourself look better for the original shitty things you do. I think those make you look 10 times worse than anything you did that like originally got you into content.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Fuck. You're just saying that to everyone. That's not fair, Himpleton. You're just saying that to everyone. That's your go-to. Saying it's fair and not assimilating that knowledge. Okay. There's probably a lot more in this Aiden stream, but I think I got out of the way a lot of the stuff. There's some stuff about Kumo and that might actually be coming up in this part. Could be mistransferring the information.
Of me like bringing up my rapes in like self-defense, then like please show it. I don't.
Well, what was the ZV call?
Okay,
What
so
was
the
that?
ZV call. So I didn't bring that up.
Yeah, wait, no, she's totally wrong.
Oh, the funny thing I wish I could get into is ZV's involvement with Kinetic Cal. That whole thing. Damn. I think this is why fucking Aiden's covering this. To shit on Kinetic Cal. Which, yeah, you'll hear.
She's totally
I think you'll hear. If I'm remembering it right.
fucking wrong. ZV had been making fun of him for being raped. Because it was already public at that point because he had revealed it in a video. It only got brought up because it was directly relevant.
I can attest to this. Himpleton in one of his fucking Mama Max video reveals has this whole sort of I followed Mama Max, blah blah blah. It's probably privated now for good reason. I was like, dude, why? Maybe I should have probably said a lot more to Himpleton than I did. But again, wasn't that close. Okay,
It was directly relevant to. He brought it up because he mocked ZV for like on camera for like his assault or whatever, and then he said, "Well, you did the same to me," right? If I remember,
Yeah.
first. So it was directly relevant. It was ZV who brought it up. ZV, I think, even admits that.
I don't.
So she doesn't even know what the fuck.
Was someone else that I told that about in confidence who basically it came out through a large rigmarole of stuff, but
Yes, you put it in one of your videos, Himpleton. Okay, not that many people probably would know that.
I think that
Like, why? You know, I'd have more respect. Like if she was talking about like what she wanted to. She clearly has no interest in.
Oh God, this is just his hatred of Kinetic Cal because of the Colton stuff. and how she fucking was doing these weird fucking little games. There was even a fucking sleepy time call that was genuinely seemed like an attempt to fall asleep with Colton, if I'm remembering correctly, that I think comes up.
Any of this. She just wants to be in with this group. So she's
Yeah.
just talking about any.
How are you different, Aiden? How are you different? Yeah. Oh God.
Anything she thinks they want her to talk about.
Well, yeah, okay. This is how Aiden's different. There's the difference there.
She doesn't care about this. I doubt she knows anything about.
Oh yeah, he's always talking about the cabal and how he's been exiled. But no, he wants in as much as anyone else. Okay. They all want in. I don't want to deal with the fucking craziness of this fucking shit. I've been I was around for the Salvo shit when he leaked those fucking group chat. Oh God. I was back for the Zaptai shit when I fucking washed my hands. I'm like, this shit's gay. Yeah, Zaptai did some fucking really fucking sus stuff. But this whole I'm Alex with the I'm psycho, like you're totally deflecting from the actual issue here. You're making it about him being a psycho and not the women. It just baffled me. Okay.
This. You can tell a lot of her questions were probably given to her by Beckett.
If I was to have brought that up in the face of like criticism, then yeah, that absolutely would be.
And the ZV call wasn't criticism. Did you listen to it? She's accused.
Yeah, that he is right there. That was just fucking. I don't know who was fucking with who. I think they were both fucking playing this weird fucking game of fucking chicken, troll chicken, maybe gay op chicken. I don't know. Troll versus gay op.
Accusing him of bringing his fucking rape up in the face of criticism or whatever, right? Or she's questioning that. The ZV call wasn't fucking criticism.
Oh God. Move on, Aiden.
That wasn't what is she talking about?
I know the whole thing, that kinetic cal that you tried to weaponize against both Tommy C and fucking Nick, which didn't really fucking seem to stick. That came up in the New Year's stream. That yeah.
Like there are parts of that call that are objectively funny. Like I understand the entertainment value in it. Like it doesn't make me super happy, but I get it to a certain extent.
Okay, so I guess here are my questions with this. So the story's about your essay and everything.
Yeah, you should know. You lived it, Beckett. Okay, so it didn't miss much. You should be able to recollect this stuff here.
Anything else are brought out in context of your investigation into Mama Max, right?
Yes.
So you have positioned those in reference to content.
Yes.
So
I guess.
So when you've got something like that, and then you've got the ZV call later, where you're like, let's be charitable and say you're under a high amount of stress, and you're like, I want this to end. So you're basically using those stories and the quite explicit nature of them.
Do I have this wrong? Do I have this totally off? Did ZV not mock him for his rape? Was ZV not the first one to engage, and then the dialogue started?
Yeah, I think Aiden had that wrong. It's been even longer for me. At least within the calls, okay. But I could be wrong there.
Because during the recorded portion of the call, he then brings up like ZV's assault or whatever. It's saying like, do you feel dirty or whatever? I don't remember what he's some.
Why?
Or in your own panic state, you can see how like
I think I'm pretty spot on about this.
Oh, Aiden, shut up.
That you are using those defensively. Or
No, it's not defensively. ZV was mocking him for it, right?
being things that happen to you, right?
No, I can definitely understand that.
Okay.
And like regardless, like one of the things that I've said that I actually wanted you to know that
He didn't bring this up to get out of criticism. He brought it up so he could act like he had some like insider info or like could speak authoritatively on like a big drama that was happening at the time.
Bingo, Aiden. Bingo. That was the maneuver. Okay. Authority. Same thing everyone tries to gatekeep. They have the authority. You saw that in Beckett earlier? Okay. Maybe he does have some secret Gnostic knowledge. Okay. But it also getting too close is something Beckett will admit to, I think. Don't have a facts of the matter here. I can't go that autistic and jump too much off, but definitely some streams where he talks about content, people pissing him off. And yeah, rhetorically, it's great. I hate this person. I hate that. Lovely trope within commentary, but if you hate someone, you're going to disregard things. And it's fine if they want to do it, but be honest about it. Beckett, to his credit, does be honest. He's an asshole. Okay, he's honest about that at least. But
right, bro, which is just as stupid of a reason. But I don't really know if I agree with like the criticism that he himself is bringing it up in the face of criticism. If that's what they said, I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I could be addressing
Jesus
a point
Christ.
they never made. I'm pretty sure that's the.
If I would have edited this down more. Why did I include this
anything
section? Why did I include this? It doesn't get good until fucking Beckett pops up. From my recollection, okay. There might be good things I'm missing. I did not plan out the stream as well as I planned out others, okay. Fuck that. I do too much work for how little fucking coverage, fucking viewership I get. It's just, oh God.
Threw them under the bus thinking that.
See, that's the sort of thing that annoys me. When I feel a pathological need to try to be informed, make everything good for the audience. It's just annoying that
it wouldn't come back to them because it was a members only stream at the time. And
like this like nobody wants to see this. This is like 2-week-old content. Nobody cares about your interview with this guy.
All this is
when I was defending her in the Colton situation, when Colton originally told his story in the most retarded way possible, she admitted, obviously, that there was nothing flirtatious that occurred in our DMs, and I shared the DMs and proved that, right? But then when I start going after her, then she starts saying, yeah, you're just mad you got caught simping.
It's hilarious why Aiden covered this was mainly for Kinetic Cal because, yeah, I don't know what's up with this. Lyrics took down the whole stream where ZV, this thing came to heads. That just struck me as weird.
Or whatever. And it's like you just said earlier, she will lie. She will lie when somebody comes at her or she gets vindictive, right? It's incredibly cringe.
Okay, yes, we know. People thought you and Colton were trying to get with her. You're trying to get out of it. Beckett calls you on air later.
This is horrible, dude. I've actually never sat through like a full one of her other. I think I watched like the.
Yeah.
Beckett.
You hate her.
Yeah, buddy.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Here's where we get the Beckett. Okay. And then I can start sort of a winding down with the Twitter thread.
How is fuck, I'm stretching. How is
Oh, sure. Sure, you're stretching, Aiden, okay. Why do you need to stretch? Oh, wow. He was doing a 24-hour stream.
Made more money on my stream than the stream that you made when you streamed.
And he goes on Lyric stream and he gets jealous of how much he made just streaming for like an hour. God.
Nightmare. So
I'm happy for you. That's nice.
Yes,
I'm
nice.
down.
Be so happy.
Going
We'll support each other.
to Kel before this interview.
I think most of the questions were written by Soul Skibbity. I'd have to check though.
Wait a minute. Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I tried to watch fucking Soul Skibbity. How? Just the spurgiest of the spurg of the spurgs?
Why?
Because she obviously knows nothing about this interview. And to be fair,
thank you for giving me the lowdown on
I was
that.
going to do a jar interview that I knew nothing about, but that's why I decided not to do it.
Yeah, Aiden was smart. Okay. Actually, that probably was dumb. Everyone get a load on that. The dude just keeps on. I had a whole sideshow Bob Simpsons meme for one of the versions I had. That's Jar and Himpleton. And even Kumo. Okay, that's everyone in there. That's even fucking morale. Okay, how?
I'll tell you exactly what my questions were.
And Beckett to a lesser extent. As I went over, he definitely fucked up with the Destiny thing. He took it on the chin. Okay. The sort of weird thing I found is no one really pointed. Did people point? Maybe in private. Let me not bring it up because it probably happened in private.
Oh, actually, where is it?
God.
So why he wouldn't leave, especially specifically being berated by Morale? Why does he need attention so bad? I think mine were to do with outsourcing Toastify's research to people.
Yep. So I said, I have an interview that I'm still sitting on because I don't have permission to run it. Okay. When I tell someone I'm going to keep something confidential, I mean it. Okay. Really annoying. It's too old now to even run, so I shouldn't feel bad about it. Okay. Still just sitting somewhere.
Wrote some of this. I'm just trying to remember.
Oh, so she did write some of the questions.
Well, she rewrote some of the things that I'd put in. I think because so I asked about the Toastify research stuff because I'd spoken to Toastify about it. Why are you still doing shows? Weren't you meant to be on a break?
God,
on a break. I think this is when you want people to pretty much just say whatever you want to him. I was done this is make a bit.
Planning on turning this.
It would make him. I think what he intended to do was get involved with ZV over a minor thing, play it out as like a huge emotional thing where he like ZV bullied him down because he was blackmailing him, and then he had to stand up to him, and that's why he's making this video to out this blackmailer. Because
this is a conspiracy theory. I can understand at least. Okay. I mean, this has, yeah. I can see all the pieces fitting together for this theory of Beckett here.
If you look at the way it like plays out, the situation is so like absurd, and all the information he kind of gives is stuff that he's fairly happy to talk about. He talks about his rape all the time.
Yeah. What attracts me to certain content is just how absurd. What people will actually believe out of a situation. Again, why I'm like the Coyote Lovely sort of sex. I can see the sex pest. I can see the general pest, as I put in one of my scripts. He's just a general pest to a lot of people, as even cartoon video highlighted.
I think he was trying to make content out of it.
Now, do you think Kel knew anything about the subject before going into this interview?
I don't know, man. Like, look, the reason I have like DMs with Cal and the reason I got involved in this was like Matt Pitt like set me up with her to like
really
have this fucking interview conversation, and then she continued to ask me a few questions. She wanted to like kind of like airdrop.
Oh yeah, I also have to say, I think I skipped over earlier the whole thing about Preston Himpleton on what was an obvious joke with Queeman. Set up Queeman and fucking Flamenco versus him and someone else. Like, yeah, that extremely soy and fucking like, why press him on this? There's just so many things where I don't understand. It just seems so minor to me. Maybe I just find it so petty. Yeah.
Me into this interview.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I think it was like super early in the morning. I'd have to check.
I'm not coming at you or anything, just so you know. But
no, you're fine. You're fine. I mean, look,
but just to clarify, I have no problem coming at you. I don't soup the cabal.
Oh, yeah.
This is more just. I'm not like I believe.
Yeah, Aiden, we believe you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I take you at face value for what you're saying. You know, look for.
Yeah. I mean, like, I kind of gave up talking to Himpleton a while ago. Everything I've like wanted to say to Himpleton, I've already said to him or publicly.
Yeah, and the fireside chat stuff that I skipped over earlier because it was so fucking long and boring, and I didn't want to take the extra time to edit it down because that's the sort of stuff that does annoy me. Okay, like.
Other than the fact that he's a wormy little fuck, and I think the whole ZP thing was not. But yeah, I don't know. She wanted to make like, I don't know. She wants like content on the current thing, and Himpleton's the current thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
What? I actually agree with Beckett. Fucking hell, yeah. That's something I can agree with Beckett on. A fucking locale universe has fucking just rotted people's brains. Okay.
Yeah, but it seems like she doesn't have any original opinions or thoughts of her own, and she's just parroting whatever you guys are talking about at that point. in
Oh,
time,
Jesus
whether she cares
Christ.
about-
Get off of Kinetic Kel. We know you're trying to... You successfully got her. She's streaming probably now to like some weird thing, okay? I'm not one to speak on that fucking shit. This is why I don't fucking stream very much. It's annoying.
Or not.
Well, I mean, fuck, she's a woman in commentary. So that's kind of...
Oh, this is a sweet
that's
job.
not
This is
fair.
a sweet
That's not
job.
fair.
This is a sweet
No.
job.
Is there anything else more of this? Well, I'll let it play a bit more. I need to do some things and maybe yeah, we'll see how this turn out. There's a couple more things I want to go on before I let chaos reign, okay? But I need to figure out the time limit for the chaos reigning.
No, okay. I don't know how much to like care. Like, I think the whole thing's very funny, to be clear. The whole thing's fucking ridiculous. I can't believe she's had DMs with basically everybody. There's clearly a difference though between like your DMs, Morale DMs, and like other people who were a bit more flirty, like Colton.
There's not a single flirtatious DM I have with her. Not even one.
Okay. I don't know. You seem to be talking about personal stuff with her, right? Like you're talking about her dog and stuff.
No, she sent a picture of her dog, made a joke about it, and then I talked about my dog. Because she asked, I think she asked if I had any pets. So I responded to her question. That's that is not flirting. It's not. It's not. I've spoken about personal things with you. I've given you personal details. Am I flirting with you now?
Oh fuck! I hope not. That'd be really disturbing.
Yeah. So essentially, you guys cannot be this desperate for women in this space. I'm not desperate for women. I have everything I need.
Okay. I do want to clarify.
That seems like bullshit to me.
Clarify something though, because something doesn't add up to me, and I don't know whether it's just the timeline of this. Kinetic Hell got in touch with you over Discord. Is that correct?
Yes.
How the fuck did she find you?
I don't know. I said.
Short story, deny. There's some talk of sleepy time calls and shit like that. I don't know. There's just so much overlap. This is just so absurd. Okay.
Do you say you sent her the DM request?
No.
Oh, God.
But
Is
she
there
didn't
anything
send that
else
to
from
anyone
here?
else. Why did she send it to you?
I have absolutely no fucking idea.
Sure.
No, I've never. She has my full permission. If she has my Instagram to give out the name, she doesn't like.
Yeah, I'll skip this. He has this whole excuse that she would try to talk to him and delete it so he doesn't have evidence of it, which seems a little sus to me. And going back over this, but dead drama. Is there anything else I really want to get into here? There's probably more, but too boring for me to really want to get into. Finish up, let chaos reign after that. So, go in with this crap here. I need to make sure it's shared.
You know how fucked up that is because he was young and...
Let's get on to Psy. Oh yeah. I sort of got something interesting. I found something interesting. I'm gonna actually have to put at a certain place. Let this play while I get what I'm thinking in place, because this is down and dirty clip in here, and Fauci's still around, and Beckett. Yeah. They're not going to like what this bigger YouTuber has to say about them. Okay. Is it true or not? I don't know. Just her perspective on this for just a little bit. I was in chat. You can see me if you really look. Quite funny. Let me make sure I have this set up. Yep. Look like right screen. Go.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, I am not part of the commentary community. God fucking damn it. I have said this from day one. So everyone's like, oh, Sai, you draw while talking about random shit on the internet. You're ACC. And I'm like, no, I'm fucking not. I am not ACC. I will never be ACC. I have no desire to be part of this fucking group. And
Yeah, I don't blame her for that. I had myself on mute. And I'm going back on mute.
I've said that repeatedly, and then here comes Fally and Beckett like, what? No, you were totally trying to join commentary. I was like, no, I fucking wasn't. I didn't even know those two were involved. If I had known Opblock and Copenhagen / Beckett were involved with Lio or the commentary community in any way. I would have treated them like they were radio fucking active. I just thought they were fellow small.
Okay, I'm going crazy. I ended up, yeah, okay. Yeah. That should go there. Oh, God.
All independent YouTubers who made stuff that I liked, and I wanted to network and boost them. Fuck me, right? You know, Christ.
Marty McDonald sent a super chat. Careful with that weed marijuana. Don't want to piss.
Now, I'm not gonna get into the mean rumors about KP, but I've never pissed myself while smoking weed, so I don't know, something else might be going on there.
I would like to know.
Casey Romaine 3.
I would like to know who does. Okay. You have to smoke a lot. Maybe the quartering. Okay. Maybe that's why the story about him. Sorry, sidetrack.
RT0R1 sent a super chat. Methinks the lady doth protest too
Yeah,
much.
you guys are just gonna keep saying it. Just to bug me now, aren't you? Is Deadwing Dork ACC? He doesn't draw.
We got a claim from Beckett. Okay. I'm not going to co-sign on this. I don't know the truth. I'm not going to pretend to. This is just some interesting information that I think is interesting because her fucking fighting with Lio on. I don't know. It's just crazy. Okay. It's entertaining to watch.
I think they do consider him like commentary, even though, much like me, he would not consider himself formally part of this fucking ass group, you know, but they're so entitled to like every small YouTuber that pops up and talks about the same things as they do. Like, they just think you're automatically part of their group and have to obey their rules. It's so fucking cringe. Anyway, here's another thing I said to Lio. We'll just go backwards. Why not? So, he just kept quote tweeting me for some reason, probably to hide how much I was ratioing him.
No. It's because it's really fucking annoying. Okay. This is what annoying people do.
I said he groomed this kid Jax. Lio thinks this is just an own or a gotcha. And I said, Lio, you doxed this 18-year-old when he was 15, threatened to tell his school he's a shooter risk, and now here he is following you around with a broom.
I agree. I'm sure it's more complex than that, but at least on the surface, which is where Sai navigates. So I'm sure she's going to miss a lot underneath. She still doesn't know about the Toastify videos. There's a certain amount of ignorance that comes in, but yeah.
So yes, this is the kid, this Jax guy, who I think I've muted now, so we can't see him. This Jax kid, when he was 15 years old, he was making fun of Lyle, like, in a really immature way, too. Like, a way no adult should take seriously. Like, he was like, he was literally doing that. And so Lyle doxed the kid, bragged about doxing him. He brags about doxing people as it is, and called his school.
I don't know if that's true. Okay. Occasionally he'll bring it up if it's good to do. But yeah, over exaggeration on Sai's part, probably. Maybe she knows more about Lyle.
To tell them that he was at risk of being a school shooter.
That did happen.
Because the kid said, oh, if you dox me and come to my house, I'll shoot you. I have guns. So he decides to call the kid's school and say he's at risk of being a school shooter. And now this kid, like, follows him around, like, just sucking his ass.
It does seem weird.
And like, he's like saying, no, I talked to Lio, and we made up, and I think he's cool now, and I'd like to back him up. I said, what specifically did Lio say to you that convinced you? And he's like, I don't really remember, but we talked a lot. And it's like all the people that say, well, Lio's nice to me in private. You know? Yeah. He's fucking manipulating you. That's why, dumbass.
Errand Alpha Eagle sent us.
Highly likely, but can't confirm.
Super chat. I personally consider you more of a react tuber, as in,
Oh,
you
God.
watch and react to YouTube videos.
Kinda. I mean, I never even
I hate this
intended to, like, do any of this. Like, I just happened to react to Lily's streams. Not streams. I happened to react to Lily's new Steven Universe video on my Twitch channel because I was just running my little art stream on Twitch where I just do this. I just gab and draw, which I'm not drawing right now, but you know.
Totally ACC people. I don't know.
And then I happened to react
What
to
are the
that, and I was
rules?
so impressed at my own recall of Revolutionary Girl Utena, because Lily went on a rant about it, that I cut together this little 12-minute video just to show my audience, and it blew up! And then I reacted to her video on the Steven Universe movie, and just made that first video, editing the two together, and that monetized me, and now here I am. Yeah, like, I explained this to, like, older people in my life who aren't very online. I said I'm basically a shock jock DJ for nerds.
Why? Why would you explain this to them? You want them to look at you weirdo? And this is actually very similar to Tommy C
That's
perspective on it.
basically what I am. But, like, I don't know, my
Make sure
format
I'm
is
not
just
on
what
mute.
it is. I develop it as I go along. I enjoy streaming.
See, I do the same. Okay. I try to take it by ear. Video by video, circumstance by circumstance.
I'm way better off the cuff than I am
And
at
I really
scripted
should have
content. So you can tell by my April Fool's video, which is
haven't
my only
watched-
scripted content.
Ilonic sent a super chat. You interacted with me one time. You ACC now.
That's what they seem to think. And it's like when I was talking to Beckett on his stream after he was like begging me for a call. Because what happened with Beckett was he was platforming Gilded Pooh, and he had just made that video exonerating Saberspark and Black Griffin. So I approached him in Twitter DMs, and I said, "You're really okay with this guy who talks about, like, raping people all the time after making a video like that?" And that's when Beckett started going, "Oh, no, but I'm not, like, a hard-hitting journalist. I'm just a goofy guy. I'm just a shit poster." And I said, "Okay."
This is what made me want to clip this out. This is the same thing Smash JT. It's always a defense. People take them seriously. Why should they? It's sort of this weird modern Bailey. They get so much respect for doing these certain things, but then they get down in the mud. I get it. But I think I just stayed down in the mud. Oh, okay. Do I need to explain this, Beckett? It's because Lio just keeps going after her. Okay, she keeps bringing up, what about Tyler? Well, he's unhinged. Okay, it's understandable why he has got a boner here.
Well,
Fine.
I'm just not gonna.
I think she's farming you guys for content also. Okay, she's a mutual content farming ring. Okay, I'm not gonna judge it. Okay, I don't do the judging moral.
Network anymore. I'm just not gonna banter on Twitter and associate our channels anymore because you're okay with this guy. That's it. I was gonna leave it there. And he kept saying, "Can you call me? Can we have a call? I have dyslexic or something. I understand things better in calls." And I said, "Dude, no, I don't."
Very similar to Jar. She's trying. Is that true, Beckett? Okay. I as I said, I'm not taking this as fact. There's no evidence of it. So this is just what people on the internet are saying.
I'm not gonna get into a private call with someone I barely know. And also, I don't trust any of you CC people further than I can throw you. Not
Don't blame her for that.
to fucking record calls, because Beckett was the first one who really had a big red flag for me, because I was in his stream chat like after he did the Saberspark video, which was very good. I still think his research was very good, and I still think him giving Claire a platform was very good.
It's like not people are all bad or good, and I think there is good in Beckett, and I think his intentions is good. Okay. Probably from his perspective, okay? And I understand it, especially when you put in the context of how he got... It does seem like he got fucked over on the PV stuff, okay? Like Brianna Wu, ugh, as I said, I noticed a sort of shift in Adam and Stitch content when he started getting involved with, Young Turks, and then Brianna Wu came on for the softball. They fucking even did an interview when Shank was fucking running for president. I'm like, why are they softballing this? Are they getting the Wu bucks? And that comes out later. No, people memed about the Wu bucks. It's insane.
But I was in his chat, and I was like, dude, all these people recording each other all the time isn't normal. And he was...
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I understand why commentary does it. It saved Nicholas's ass with President Sunday. God.
It's like, what do you mean? Of course it's normal. Even the SCC does it. I'm like, no, dude, maybe it's normal in those groups, but it's not normal in general. And then, so then when he finally got me to like go on, like I went on his, what happened was he stream sniped Malcolm. So Malcolm stream sniped him back. I heard Beckett saying I was on some moral crusade against Lily. So I went to his chat to correct him, saying,
okay, take this all with a grain of fucking salt, okay? I'd like proof for any claims. Looking at these claims is good for retrospect. Because I'm going back into my hole after this and doing a whole bunch of fucking... I'm fucking actually going to finish up a video that I have a script for. Then maybe some more stuff will come out about this shit show. But I at an end for the moment, this thing.
No, I started out making fun of her media takes. Everyone kept telling me, Sai, you need to do more to expose Lily. And so I did. And then everyone kept shitting on me anyway. So what the fuck was the point?
Don't get peer pressured. That's the point. Okay. Fucking hell.
And so I went to his chat. He was like, you want to come on stream? You want to come on stream? It was like the third time he was begging me to talk to him verbally. So I said, okay. I was a little high. So we talked on stream. And like, he just like has this paranoid meltdown. Like saying, oh, you're...
I mean, I don't know if this is true. Even she's doing the sort of descriptive language that I'm criticizing Beckett for in my video, okay? The sort of make it the person seem like it. I can't totally approve of it. Is it true or not? I don't fucking know.
Purity testing me. You're trying to make a drama out of me. You're going to be talking about me in videos 6 months from now. And I was like, bro, all I did was set up...
I will say, thank you to Slotbach for literally their stream on fucking Psy had lolcal. Sorry, I don't think she's a lolcal. You guys reaching with this fucking lolcal. Like Westside Tyler. He's unhinged, a crazy madman. Lolcal, I don't know. That was President Sunday, though, to be fair.
Professional boundary. I've only known you for like a month. He's even like, well, what about friendship? And I'm like, dude, we weren't friends. We barely know each other.
Yeah, the whole friendship angle, that's what really caught me. I get it. The networking, the friendship, betrayal, friendship. It works well in the ACC. But most of us aren't that serious about it. So, yeah, it plays well to an audience like the ACC does. But when you talk about content creators, someone who really is an outsider like Sai, she's not going to just get with the program. The friendship thing, it's almost always fucking... Even I know how fucking hollow that tends to be among people in the space. Fucking hell.
And he's the one constantly saying there's no friendship online, and he's so unbothered by everything, and nothing can possibly annoy her.
Dude, you literally tagged lolcal. Okay? You don't need to say something directly to indicate it. Language. I bet. Are you really going to play this dumb? That's amazing. Okay. There's a lot of things you can do to lead someone into that lolcal status. And maybe you just overplaying your hand in clickbaiting. Fine. You're just doing the clickbaiting thing. Fine. It's a lame ass defense. But also the sort of way you were directing it indicates it. You're definitely trying to get her to spurg out with all this shit. Well, Lio is. Definitely now.
Or upset him. And then, so then after I left, he needed to bring on Falgi from the op block and Lazy Bedhead to, like, gently rub circles on his back for 3 hours. He signaled to Falgi.
Do these guys, Falgi, Beckett, any of these people, know how weak this makes you look? This sort of gang, this guy group doing this? Take out completely the optics of 4 guys like, well, complaining, blah, blah, blah. Just, it seems retarded. It's just this one person. Yeah, she's a really annoying, really vocal, really fucking cringy person. But, man, just back off. It seems like the good choice here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you'll win this whole fucking flame war. Lyle will break her or something. I don't know. I don't know your game plan with Sai. I just don't think it'll work. I think it'll backfire.
You throw me under the bus, and by the end of that stream, Falky was already talking about me in the past tense, which was cool, because, you know, I had just brought all my fans over to his channel, I had promoted Falky, I had given him my document for my own,
Falky. You can come on and address this later if you want, or just try to fuck with me again. Either way, I'm just going over this. I want to know if this has any truth. I'm not going to believe her automatically, but I'm not going to. Yeah.
Stream on Ocean Gate because he was doing one, which now I think was just to draw me in. But I was like, oh, cool, you're doing Ocean Gate too. Here's all my notes. You can have them. I don't need them anymore because I believe in the spirit of cooperation.
Yeah. You're smart. Okay. The KP stuff. Okay. Smart maneuvering. Okay. I have criticism of you and I don't like your guys' standards, but doesn't mean won't let you know what I think.
Between small YouTubers. And what did I get in return? Well, I got Falgy.
But it's not like anyone should care what the fuck I think.
Making an announcement, an at everyone announcement in his server saying people were talking shit about me.
Why did
but they mute anyone who goes too far. He
I think
SAU is perfectly fine, huh?
Oh, Gilded.
That's the section from Psy. I found something that I need to verify. Supposedly he might have a hidden chat that I need to verify within his Discord. Yeah, I would rather verify it. There just might be something. I don't know how that would factor into things. I don't know if I want to know how. If Lio is doing something secretive. I don't know if I want to touch that. Fuck. Try to avoid talking too much about him. He's still talking about me. Fucking hell.
Gilded proving that he's a little crybully bitch. Recently privated.
Yeah, what the fuck? Didn't I say I was getting off this fucking train? Yeah, I'm not posting that. I'm just going to come back down to this. Go with this. A few more things and yeah, one more thing. And then all chaos may reign. Anyone around? I still need to figure out the time scale.
To point out how ridiculous everything was
Am I doing
and the
this right?
inconsistencies in the
Can you hear
evidence.
that?
Then came in PK Russell, who, if I recall,
I'm gonna pull it back some. This is just a cheap way to mark something. Something I want to highlight in this video. The fall of the art commentary community 3 years ago. And they kept on falling because I don't think this includes the Senate call. The fall of Senate. But here, this is the important part.
and there are probably more, these are just the ones that I can think of on the top of my head while writing this extremely complicated, convoluted script. All of these creators and more make up their own community, and
She's calling this script convoluted. You got nothing on me. But I'm just because when you are analyzing the absurd, sometimes that rubs off on you. So there's some absurdist moments within most of my videos. Okay. Old school satirical mocking of commentary. So pop that.
you can usually find them commenting on each other's commentary. The whole thing is very roundabout, and it's all just constantly responding to each other in order to have the last word. And that's exactly what we're going.
That reminds me of the DMs. Sojar logic, okay. But that is the ACC. Trying to find an excuse why you can't respond back. It's such bitch shit. Okay.
Going to focus on in this video as a sort of theme. At some point, the DeviantArt ranting community died out. There are still hanger-ons today, but it's mostly
good.
a dead
Fucking
art
hell.
of yelling into a mic over a crappy avatar. A better quality content surrounded a young YouTuber named Spoctor Theory. Now, I'm hesitant to call this drama, as it's fairly serious, but I digress. Let's go over the details. So what happened, and I'm writing this mostly from memory, someone by the name of Stories, who also made
It's amazing she got away with saying that from memory. God.
commentary videos, accused Spoctor, a minor at the time, of being a pedophile. Stories claimed to be 8.
Yeah, this whole shit show was fucking weird. I couldn't keep up with it at the time, and I took the same approach I took to Akumo. I'm like, dude, You are all fucking insane. You, Akumu, might be the least insane one. And I might be a little insane for even fucking looking into this shit or even engaging with it at all. Even if I wasn't making content off of that at that time. Not like what I was doing at the time was much better.
Publicly. Soon screen caps came out and everyone piled in to accuse Spoctor, a minor, of being a The main players in this were people by the name of Atari and Pentagrin, but more people.
Huh? Accusations? I silenced your chat and didn't read my response. Boo hoo. Sorry, sheesh.
Dog piled in to point fingers at this guy. Eventually, Ponder Sprocket, the adult in the situation, came out to point out how ridiculous everything was and the inconsistencies in the evidence. Then,
inconsistencies in the evidence. Okay. Why, you might not like my commentary, how matter of fact, how I really just look at the facts and try to siphon through fucking rather absurd situations. It's more the I want the people. I want to keep my commentary, at least in my videos, to a minimum, to try to help the viewer to a more nuanced and fair perspective. But fuck me on that fairness. As I highlighted earlier with my fucking values, that whole fairness usually that desire for fairness usually fucks me over. Oh god, because who on YouTube's fair? God, fuck me up.
all found out that these people were conspiring behind the scenes to ruin Spoctor before having anything against him, and then spun a narrative that didn't exist. This drama was a major thing in the ACC because at the end of it, it embarrassed a lot of them. The only people to still be around from this drama are Spoctor, Ponder Sprocket, and PK Russell. Stories in Pentagrin hid.
Why am I still watching this? Okay, crazy times, crazy ways. Gonna load up the next thing, and I'm probably stupid. I'm gonna just fucking help. No one wants to come ahead. I'm making chaos reign. No guarantees. If you come in with a name that clearly isn't yours, or if you're fucking around too much, I gotta kick you out because wow, the craziest thing I can do. But I can bring people on. So if you come in with the correct name. You'll give me a minute to set this up and probably do a few things before I hit send on that craziness there. Because I want to get to the next thing. I'm making noise just to fill time while I'm looking around for this crap. Oh, I hate you. Okay, yeah, I'm really fucking up. Let me just let this
and
play a little
Atari
bit more.
apologized for her part and quietly dipped out. You'd think the community as a whole would learn from this. Don't jump on dog piles until you're given all the information, but they didn't. So now
that's another thing that really irks me, dog piles. And whether or not you think Jar deserves it or not, there is a fucking dog pile. And it just, his response is just adding more people to jump to it. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? The best thing about his last video was just how it caused Lyle to crash out. Okay, that was sort of funny to see. Not that I watched too much of it, just his sort of clippable crash out moments.
Now we are going to deep dive into a connected series of events in the ACC. I kept seeing this drama going down at the time, and I just never understood it, so I decided to look into it. This story spans multiple channels over a 2-year time period. Some of the details aren't perfect in my retelling of it, as quite a few channels are gone now, and also many people privated or deleted their part in the drama in shame. I pieced this together as closely as possible through my own memory, as well as
yeah, it's fucking tough when people are deleting shit all the time. I'm running into this all the time. And it's not even like most of the coverage I do fucking gets any traction. Becca knows about doing content on Grums and how that goes because the audience doesn't want to deal with his fucking ass. I saw him do that. Yeah.
referencing to various posts on gossip forums. Let's begin our journey into the faults of the art commentary community and the general destruction of the creators.
Okay, I think I finally unfucked myself here within presenting evidence. Let me turn this off, pop this up on screen, and that's what's gonna be done. Nope, wrong one.
Lio is the kind of person who expresses himself to be someone who doesn't do cloak and dagger. If he
This is Harley's perspective, and if you can't tell, I question it a bit. Okay, I question everyone though, even myself at times. Okay, it's good to self evaluate, sort of argue against yourself, but don't do it out loud. Trust me, it gets people to look at you strangely.
Lio is the kind of person who expresses himself to be someone who doesn't do cloak and dagger.
I can agree. This sort of is the image that Lio maintained, and that was fucked.
If he has an issue with you, he will come to you and convey it to you directly. So the fact I had never heard any of this was a great surprise to me. I found it dreadfully concerning that Lio was going behind my back and speaking to my friends and trying to get them to cut ties.
This I'm more doubtful on. Okay, maybe. Willful ignorance is something I brought up.
With me over claims he'd never even ran by me to hear my defense. Claims that were not true. And hearing Lio, someone who deals with predators on the regular, refer to me as a monster is dreadfully concerning. The fact he had such a low perception of me, but that he never even...
Yeah, given his status as the pedo hunter, and the fact Jar kept on... Well, he kept on spamming the one sort of thumbnail. I think that was even dumber than him in that sort of battle. Like, you're trying to get it on. No, I legitimately think like the sort of willful ignorance came naturally to Jar. Okay, more naturally to Jar than a lot of the people. Yeah, and maybe there is an element of autism in all these other people that helps along that willful ignorance thing, and Jar is included in that.
And implied it was more than worrying. And while he has apologized for this call since, and it should go without saying, I would like to reiterate that nothing said here was true. I have never defended
Proof? Okay, let me not do that meme. It's annoying.
anything Spoctor did, and I made that stance clear to Lio and other people in private at the time it happened. Any other
in private
interpretation from the comments I made was entirely based on their bias and not on the reality of the situation. I'm on good terms with Crystal, and my video about the Camila Cuevas situation is public. My stance has never been questioned, and the video was received incredibly well. I believe where my opinions lie on that situation is obvious based on the video, and that I shouldn't need to tell you that what's being said here isn't true. I've already commented on the situation with my moderators, a situation I wasn't involved in, that again I brought up how Senate mishandled that situation. And Lio continues on as if this is a separate situation, but continues to refer to the situation in regards to my moderators, and says that I put somebody in hospital. This is once again over the claims that my staff made in my announcements channel, claims that again, I repeat, I had no involvement in, and fired all of them after finding out about. Since this point, Lio has made the claim that Peaches put these thoughts in his mind by constantly repeating these false claims to him, but ultimately I still feel responsibility falls onto Lio to be careful about the things he is saying and to not spread false claims.
This is the thing that I press F to doubt on, that Peaches was solely. I'm thinking, I'm getting this indication people think Jar was a big factor in this. So not only was Lio manipulated by Peaches, but suddenly does Jar too? Yeah, okay. Let chaos reign. I think I'm prepared. I am as prepared for it as I will ever be. Fuck off. Let me get this one thing queued up to play. Why possible people come trickling in. Given it 45 minutes max, you can probably extend it if it's something decent to go with. Because I think I got everything solid I wanted out. So, yeah, I'm going to regret this, but I regret a lot. Remember, come in with your own name. Yeah, click. Come in with your own name. I'm not going to bring everyone who clicks on the link on. No, go back to a certain point.
Over Discord.
Abused.
Okay,
What does that
for-
mean? Abused.
I haven't, I'll be honest, the Google document got deleted before I could even read it. But basically the sentiment was he would like scream at them in calls and a bunch of shit.
Oh, we
It
got
was
a dreamer.
It was very insane. Lio made a
First in. I'm going to let the first in person come on. Someone I have no fucking clue about. Don't do anything that I have to mute you, okay?
Nah, I won't. I won't.
Okay. You're up on. Okay, Beckett's up, but get your piece out. Dreamer, what brings you to coming on the stream?
I was just interested, the stream. You have a lot to say. And there was this loud noise that happened in the stream. I was wondering what that was.
No clue about that. Okay. I mean, I did have my cat come in. I kicked him out of the room earlier. Well, not literally kicked him out with the Hassan stuff going on. You need to be careful of how you talk about. But I'm like, cat, don't knock over my fuck. See, like all sorts. Okay. I'm going to let Beckett on. He at least deserves to come on. The rest of the people, I'll play it by ear. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Added Beckett to stage. I don't know who Dreamer is. No connection. But
That's
random
fine.
Casem time.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
Beckett.
Hello, Vincent. How you doing?
How's it going?
Yeah, all right, buddy. I'm just rolling a cigarette to save your hair crackling. 'cause it's
understand.
Streamlabs and like.
I understand. I hope you're not in a compromised position, like drunk or high. I
No.
don't want
I'm
to
just
take
chilling.
advantage of you, man.
I'm waiting for Star Citizen to update, so I was up anyway.
Okay. How's the game going, by the way?
That's good. They just released new shit. I'm excited. They released a load of stuff today. Sitcom.
Yeah, sorry I have to go so hard on you, but these are my opinions on these things.
I'm
and-
gonna be. Look, man. I don't. I'll be honest. I don't think you've ever said anything that's actually like annoyed or offended me.
Okay. I can't keep up with all the coverage. All the you motherfuckers are fucking responding, and Lyle responding to my last one. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'll look at what they have to say at some fucking point. Did I even bother with yours? I know you're milking me.
I mean, I think the
I get
last video was kind of boring. If I'm honest, like I think
the last video or the one on you. Well, the one before
the one you've just released.
Oh fucking hell. Okay, yeah.
I think
used the
your
clips too long.
other, like, again, I'm not going to come in here and like shout at you or anything. Like, I think that the other videos you've done on commentary were quite entertaining. Like, I'm not talking about just the content here, but like, your last video was way too similar to Jar's Ponder video. The clips were too long. It took a lot to get through, and it was much harder to follow than one of your previous videos. So I probably won't cover it because I was by the end just going, I don't.
Yeah, I was thinking of cutting down some of the sections, but sheesh. Yeah, I don't want to get accused of clip jumping again. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
video
it
was
just
all
needs a
over
bit
the
more.
place.
It just needs a bit more focus. I heard you got criticism for the Anthony one where it was like very all over the place, and I saw some comments which was like, "What's this actually about?" And you were like, "It's stream segments, right?"
Yeah, I fucked up with the end of the stream segment. I'm like, fuck, it's out. I was rushing to put it out. So, is your Himpleton video one of the videos that you're slated to put out, man?
I do tend to like pick up and drop projects every now and again. The Himpleton video, like, I got like a couple of interviews for it. Like, I interviewed lyrics and stuff, but then I just hit a point where I was like, I've still got all the interview sections, but there just wasn't wasn't enough of a bite there and story, and Himpleton wanted it too much by the end, and I was like, oh, okay, well, that's...
You realize he was probably doing that just so you would back off on that. Did you see his Parlo debut?
I didn't. I was like, I gave up caring what Carlo had to say about Pyrocynical, so I didn't even bother watching. I was like, whatever, I shall release it through Himpleton, I guess. Fuck me. So I was like, yeah, it's kind of whatever.
Do you want to talk about Sai? You're saying she's full of shit, or just she's really coming at
I mean, the truth is, I don't really talk about Sai because Sai doesn't really bother me. I'm
Okay.
confused as to why she'd lie about this. It seems like a really weird thing to lie about, not knowing that Falgi and I were part of commentary. I think the first, as said in your chat, like the first time she ever came on, like in my chat, we ended up arguing about recorded calls. She was like, "This is an ACC thing." I was like, "This happens in like multiple brackets, whether it's Gore
Okay,
World,
this is all
Twitch, Poll,
alleged.
commentary." Yeah, sure. I mean, you
She
can go back
said
and check the
stuff.
stream. I can't remember what the fuck it was on, but you probably use the search thing to find some of the points where I'm talking
Okay.
about
Let's
it.
not get
But
bogged down that
but
particular.
yeah, no, I don't
stuff.
listen. I don't mind Psy, really. If I'm honest, I think it's kind of just played out. That's pretty much my opinion. That's why I don't
Yeah.
respond to her much. I'm just like, it's kind of whatever.
Okay. Fair enough. Maybe she's up playing it. Maybe she is holding a grudge and she's just really good
She's
at
fighting
playing
a lot
it
with
off.
Lio and Gilded, but I think I've like
Yeah.
quote tweeted
Wow.
or like screenshot tweeted her like 3 times, and that's like
Well, that was where your fucking blowout came from. Why don't you just fucking disavow the motherfucker? I don't know that. Why not
Wait.
just disavow him? Why?
Well, I mean, I don't tend to disavow people for jokes.
Oh god.
Well, he-
Lio, I understand with Pooh. Okay, yeah, we have different standards. I accept that. You accept that also, right? I ask, why the fuck? What's the punchline of the pedophile joke to Dickers? And he just calls me a pedophile. I'm like, okay, thank you for proving my point, motherfucker. It's just copying other people because other people are doing it. You don't sort of see a problem with that. Just a monkey see, monkey do sort of crap we see in commentary all the time.
I don't know. I've sort of always had a view of I don't avow or disavow anyone. I don't really own anyone. And I don't, in the same way, I don't think creators are responsible for their audiences, and I don't.
Yes, I know.
I don't really like the guilt by association thing. If somebody I think crosses a particular line, then I tend to cut them, and I've done that consistently over the last 3 years, where
Some of
I've
the
gone,
stuff has
here's a
been,
line,
like-
don't do that, and then people have done it, and I've
Let
cut them.
Dreamer get it. This is chaos. There's also rays of red. Let's do a vote. Let's be democratic. Vote, guys. I'm going to be neutral. Dreamer, vote. Rays of red.
Sure.
Beckett.
Sure, I don't mind. I'm easy.
As I said, let the chaos reign. Thank you for being patient. What brings you to this chaos segment of my fucking stream?
I just have to ask, how exactly did your relationship with Jar start? And
No, I found hinky stuff with fucking Beckett's coverage. It's my values though at the end of the day. And I'm like, I just see this crap and I don't buy it. The whole Coyote Lovely narrative. Sorry, I don't buy it.
Oh, we can talk about that if you want.
Okay, yeah.
So the Coyote thing's really simple. Jar drew the illusion first, but Coyote essentially
childish logic. I know about the Coyote case, okay? I was around. I think I was actually in Senate seeing some of the messages about Coyote Lovely. I know it was like Coyote Lovely went off the reservation.
So specifically with Coyote, it's the fact that he was firstly against Hypnosapho, and then ends up getting way too involved and becomes a defender, which is what Jar did with Cinebear. That's the illusion. It's not necessarily you were like doing the more extreme thing, but that's where the Coyote Lovely, and I think I've clarified that before. It's like literally you've got that start point that he becomes a defender.
That narrative has run. Everyone's running with the sexual angle, and I just vehemently disagree with it was sexual. I mean, I can be wrong. I'll admit that.
Sure,
everyone
Jar,
with these
it's one
conspiracy
of those
theories
things of like Jar is creepy with people. That doesn't necessarily mean he's predatory.
He's awkward with people. Yes, he's extremely awkward. Not know how to fucking
change
do that.
And,
Okay.
with the Cinebear stuff specifically, I think most people were joking about the rizzing a pedophile thing. I think most people didn't think he was genuinely after her. I think most people were saying it because it was funny.
Yeah, I understand. People were doing it was funny, but once it broke containment, there's people who legitimately seem to believe this downstream of things. They're mostly idiots, by the way.
Would you accept the fact that one of Jar's major motivations was building a friendship with Cindy? Because he does say this to Akumu in DMs, and I did release those DMs.
They mostly say it just to insult him.
Well, but I mean, but Jar's own words are like when he goes to Akumo, he's like, "Oh, we need to get Cinny involved. She's on our side. We need to build a new team. This kind of shit." Because the Lio, Peaches, Doodletone shit had all fallen apart.
Yeah,
and
I
Jar
think
wanted to
he
be
was
friends.
considering it. Okay, he was keeping it as option. I definitely think he was keeping it as option, but I'm not going to speak for Jar. Okay, I really don't know if he really wanted to. He would have to be 10 times more stupid than people make him out to be to actually form up that, because she was done no matter what. Okay,
Well, he
it
didn't
is
believe
very
that.
clear.
He thought Kumu was going to get her Claire.
No,
I mean, in fact, quite a few
oh,
people
God.
did. Like, I mean, like a few people did.
Not
especially
to the
people-
state where she would be useful as an ally. Okay, I don't believe he thought that she would
Well,
serve
you got to
as a
remember,
decent
Jar only
ally.
looks at sub numbers and viewership numbers. That's generally how Jar's functioned his friendships.
Yeah.
He gravitated to
It's
people
way
like
more
the most.
complex. I believe
I-
it's way more complex than that. There is a
I asked
certain
him
amount
for
of
an
bias.
interview, and he like looked at my subs and said, "Yeah, no."
He so for example,
it's a very
like with Lio, when Lio was in trouble, Jar like again, he says this to Lio in the call. I didn't come to you because you were in drama, so I stopped trusting your judgment because Lio was unpopular at the time. So that's all Jar thought about. He didn't think about all the times Lio has helped him. He just thought, yeah, Lio's in drama, so I guess I'll have to stop associating. And by his own admission.
By his own admission, he's fucked himself over. He's definitely believes a lot of things and doesn't stay aware of the scene to a degree that I am comfortable with. Okay.
Sure.
It's
And I mean, like, I hope he stays out of drama and just builds his new channel.
Oh,
and,
come
you
on.
know.
Did you? Okay, maybe it's just
He
me
won't,
who
I mean,
enjoyed. Maybe it's just me who enjoyed seeing that last video. Fucking piss off Lio. Okay, just I've never seen him that pissed off in a while. Okay, it's just like
It's an
he went
interesting
out-
choice. It is funny, but like, look, I mean, I don't want to see Jar homeless or anything. And my understanding is he's made promises to certain people. I hope he keeps them. You know?
Yeah, I do also. I know about things. I'm in the same thing. I do not divulge things told to me in private. Okay, I can say what I've said, but I can't really reflect on anything else. And I understand he fucking got taught. There's two ways to look at it. He was being honest in this, or he sort of was just doing what Himpleton did, just saying what he could to Lio because he was tired of the drama, tired of the hate, and he's learned reflexively, almost conditioned to trust Lio and he'll lead him right. But he led him to fucking you. Okay, that was a sorry. I still stand by that. That seems like either a stupid thing for Lio to do, or he was trying to fuck Jar over. And the fact that everyone keeps pointing to Kumo as the one who made it public when they leave out Lio leaked it to Kumo a lot of the time. Well, Calamari.
Who leaked what to Lio?
Oh, it's a stupid thing. The ACC going on. Who made this public? It was Kumo.
Who made what public?
Oh, the existence of the call that you put on your channel.
Wait, which?
Oh, the whole VidCon thing. Everything. The
Oh,
VidCon
okay,
instance.
okay,
Sorry.
okay, yeah.
They keep
So,
on
well, that didn't get given to Lio or anyone else. I mean, like, so it got there's reference points for like Kumu mentioning it and Jar mentioning it and Ponder mentioning it all in logs, but that got made public by me because I was the first one to collect the interviews and stories. So I mean, like the pieces are all there, but they're all in like random chats or something. I don't think Lio's ever mentioned it, to my knowledge, anyway. I think it was just Kumu, Ponder, and Jar.
Sorry, I went through that. I was led to believe by the Calamara video that it was Lio who leaked it to Akumu. That could be incorrect. She could be incorrect and just talking out of her ass. This whole thing, who made it public, who deserves all this stuff is insane to me, anyways. The sort of who.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of irrelevant. I never even heard the story before I was told it by like Mally and Streamline. So that was the first time I'd ever heard it.
And you definitely. So do you think Lin was genuinely mad? I went over the Chris the Narc video earlier, just a bit of it. I don't like that gaslight. You mad, bro? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like Lin was genuinely annoyed, but I mean, I don't want to sit here and talk shit about Lin. I've got no issues.
Okay,
with
yeah, I'm not. I'm just asking your opinion on that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I
that's
think
Chris
Lin
anyways.
was annoyed because Lin wanted to make the jar video. She felt
We
like
probably
that
felt
was a video.
she has
that-
more legacy to you. This is what happens when you come in as an outsider. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Though my position is and has always remained the fact that cool is Mali's cool. She can give it to whoever she wants.
Yeah, technically, I guess it would be both her and Jar, but
So it's well.
details.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to jump in?
Though
I mean,
I do have. Fuck, I had one question that I wanted to ask. Yeah, something that's confused me for a while is so when you started covering me, like it was around the time you were covering people like Queeman and other people who I like have bounced in from sort of the politics space.
Yeah.
And it was during the
Okay.
Tommy C fight and stuff. And you're a Tommy C
no, it
fan,
was
right?
before then. It was before then.
But when
It
you
was-
started covering me, it was during the Tommy C fight.
There was bits and pieces within my coverage, yes.
Sure.
But
So,
yeah, the focus.
I'm just asking, was the Tommy C stuff anything to do with the why you started covering me? I'm really interested because I know a few people who have been like, well, you know.
No, that's actually
That
made me
gets then-
suspicious of more Chud logic. That gave me a new perspective on Chud logic.
Right.
'Cause
Okay.
I think
yeah, because
my
I
bias
just
was
find it
working
interesting
against
because
me.
I'm friends with Tommy. We talk, not
Okay.
unregularly. So I always found it as an interesting thing. I know in your last video you said, well, until Beckett was like outed in commentary, and the Destiny stuff was like I
Yeah.
got a lot of shit for that, but I mean I've
Yeah.
remained friends with most people in commentary.
God, why are you using this friendship? I don't. This is
Okay,
me
I've remained
personally,
on
this
good
whole
terms,
friendship
or,
thing.
like
Okay?
professional terms.
Okay, internet friends,
Acquaintances.
okay.
So yeah, like
Friendship
professional,
is
like
magic.
still talking things.
And
like,
I will accept internet. I use the term internet friend, and I'll
yeah,
accept
sure.
that for Jar.
But
okay?
I just think it was an interesting way to look at it. I'm interested as to why you view it as like being out from a commentary because it was months ago. And like that I still talk to Toastify. I've since the Destiny stuff's happened. I've been on.
Why did
like,
you actually
Fiorio
put
called me.
Toastify in your video? I'm like, this just seems like even Turkey Tom going over that. It's like, what? Jar is like this? It just seemed like a weird choice.
Toastify is really old ACC. Like he knows that whole grouping. So
yes,
he made
I
sense
went
as
over.
he made sense as
came
another
in.
commentary.
He was
voice.
also in John Swan, looking through going through all your fucking stuff. Is
Toastify's been
difficult, man.
Toastify's yeah, no, that's understandable. Toastify's been around for ages, and we get on well. So he had some like, I thought he had some.
He was a
interesting
kid
perspective.
when he joined, right?
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Okay, do we have? Yeah, I'm only seeing. Oh, freaking hell! Redheaded you. Just the name makes me not want to put them on. No, sorry.
No,
I have to
Redhead's
reject.
cool.
No. I have
Oh,
to.
no.
I have to have a line somewhere. I have to be an asshole somewhere. I try to play nice with people. Okay, people I disagree with. This is what I used to do a lot. Okay, I wish I could go back to it, but it's really hard to fucking not have people not give this emotional reaction just because we have criticism. And we can go hard. Okay. I don't judge anyone personally for making any streams, but to say, call me. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking two people came to me in DMs being like, Chud wants to talk to me. I'm like, no, he doesn't. He's doing this as a performative bit for his audience. What the fuck are you talking about? He could have DM'd me. Okay. I swear.
Do you feel like people are misunderstanding you on your jar videos?
Yeah, probably. Okay. It's a relation. It's sort of related to all the Himpleton stuff that I didn't want to. Well, there's also my connection to a distant connection. I knew Kumo beforehand, and I knew how unstable he was and how he tends to, I wouldn't say exactly lie because I can't prove he lied, but he definitely manipulates things. That's from an earlier drama that somehow he pulled me into just because I told him to stay away.
Which drama was that?
Oh, you wouldn't know about this. This was with a group of people I don't want to mention. Okay.
This is a Breon thing.
No, it's not the Breon thing. It was something that I would that's on my channel. He's rebranded, so is Brother Near. That whole drama I got involved with, which was in one of the first insane dramas that I got tied into. Okay. Boring stuff that's not related to this. It's just sort of, I saw him fighting with this group of people I considered, at least at the time, rather bandwaggy. They just bandwagoned together and just grouped up against people. And some of those people I think deserved it, probably deserved it, like a Lollygon.
Because you've got fair criticisms for like what commentary looks like now, which is essentially, an offshoot of a lot of the old Twitch ball people. Because I mean, like Nick is off doing his own thing.
Yes, Nick is doing some stuff.
Like
that I
now
don't
recording
agree with.
have all disbanded. Everyone's doing their own thing because Matt Pitt's left.
Yeah. I've never
so,
liked that. Go on.
I mean, because you've got these criticisms of commentary, but why do you view it as so different to the way kind of Oggy RFC is, or the way Diorio was back a couple of years ago? What do you think the major differences are?
Oh, I wasn't really a big fan of that content anyway. So, guy, I always thought there was I think it was a little bit lighter, a little bit more lighthearted. I think it's more because of how commentary has merged. And yeah, saying, I hope you didn't take the Twitch poll rejects. That's just the funniest way I could think to.
No, I'm not offended. I mean, it's accurate. We like Queeman, me, Chud, we were all part of Twitch poll. Largely with the drama side. And actually, like none of my old content is really there anymore, though I was pretty much doing exactly what I'm doing now. I just talked about politics a bit more. Like I've always been covering like bronies and things. Like I've been in fact, the first thing I ever streamed about, I think, was the brony community.
Okay. Looking up your past to a certain extent. I did watch your debate with actual Jay Cornboy to sort of get an understanding. I like to tend to try to understand who I'm talking about, because I mean, like interest and perspective. I think
the most, I've debated Destiny, for example. Like I debated Destiny like on geopolitics on
you probably got fucked like everyone else.
No, By Zaudius. No, I've got a master's degree in political science, so it's not really that hard for me.
Still, not the debate. Afterwards, okay. Even if you won, you don't win when you go against Destiny unless you play ball with.
I think we were mostly on the same side. I mean, it was a very simple geopolitical position. I mean, you mentioned Wick TV earlier. I mean, I've done a couple of Wick TV debates.
I know.
Okay.
I've only been on one stream with him. It was on Tachyon Blue going. It was a media review. Though.
Was that Tachyon Blue talking about the Gamergate stuff?
That's not with him. He talked me into doing a review of Aliens Resurrection. That's the only time I actually been on a stream with
okay.
Wick. There's the one time when I was just interested in the Twitch poll scene, where Wick tried to come on, because I was against CRT at the time. I still am. I'm still very critical against anti-racism, colorblind. I have a very politically, I have a very liberal centrist view. But
I mean, I sort of was active, I guess, like around Gamergate and the skeptic community and things. So I imagine like we've probably got fairly similar backgrounds from that kind of content, right?
Yeah. And the West Side Tyler thing. He definitely wanted to learn the secrets of cancel culture, and you played into that in that interview. Oh God.
Well, I think it's interesting to see how creators like rise and fall. You look at, especially like the skeptic community is like a prime example of watching creators kind of implode en masse.
And looking at smaller communities, you could sort of learn the sort of copycats and I like looking at the lower levels because I think it teaches me more about the higher level people. The difference between those who make it bigger and those who I get in the mud because I want to understand them. And it's probably a mistake on my behalf most times. So, like talking to ZV, trying to get information out of him and knowing what he's telling me is fucking even close to the truth. I'm like, God damn. But you had to navigate.
Well, this is why I try to be evidence-based. I mean, like talk about the jar
Okay.
video.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the jar video as well, part of the reason that everything's in there. I mean, like, Turkey Tom's review of that video is really interesting, because I'll make a claim, and Tom will be like, I don't think Beckett can make that claim. And then it will cut to the interview with Jar, basically confirm the claim. Like the,
It's just weak sauce to me. Okay. You have some pretty damning stuff that looks damning on paper. I went over the cartoonishy thing. Again, the only thing I argue with is the sexual angle. Okay. And
Well,
I think my
Jar
claim is generally
did-
towards that he's creepy. That's
Yeah, he acknowledged he saw them on an escalator. So
yes, running away on the escalator. That is correct. Okay.
yeah, he saw them.
Okay. I agree. He said a lot of things like the car. There's so many things we could talk about with the jar stuff that I don't want to get into the weeds with that.
Yeah, sure. I think the major thing with Jar, if you want like a high thing, is like I'd say there's two main big issues that Jar had that really turned people on him. Firstly, he tried very hard to throw his weight around, potentially talking about his audience. He did this in multiple conversations from with different people.
Yeah.
Of well, what if my audience gets involved? And a lot of these people were conflict averse.
Yeah.
And the other one is Jar would be on very good terms with somebody, and then just wait until he had a chance to burn them. Like the Doodle Tones video is a good example of this. I've got no fondness of Doodle Tones. Fuck Doodle Tones, but Doodles was Jar's editor. They were friends, and then the minute Jar had a chance to go after her and dig up old drama, he did exactly that instantly. And he wants to do the same to Lio, and that's kind of like I think another major claim against him. Just
okay. And where are you getting this information from? And the one thing you're like, you only talked to Jar once. I mean, you are correct in the Himpleton crap.
Well, I mean, I did
to say if you're just getting this all from Jar. I think you were way premature. I understand because Himpleton was fucking up. I don't understand these fireside chats. Why even engage with them with these fucking people?
Well, Himpleton. So, did you ever actually see the Himpleton calls with Jar?
Yes, I have seen them. I'm
So
vague on the details.
it's the okay. So Himpleton, there's a one where Jar has a really bad crash out, and as the call ends, Himpleton phones a lot of other people. And he's like, "Yeah, we got him. This is banging content. It was worth it." Because
I
it wasn't
remember that when he went on the other person's stream. I gay-opped him, okay, and he lied about it afterwards. He tried to say, "Oh, I was just
he lied to Larry.
total bullshit." I agree with that.
Yeah, so that was the play. It was get content out of Jar.
But why keep around
It's kind of
morale
messed
also?
up.
Okay, why keep around morale? That
Well,
seems like
so-
just a lot. Did you not look into his background, what he's done? The video that I featured, how to not do
No.
a commentary. Oh God. See,
I mean, the main thing with morale. I mean, I don't have any issues with morale at the moment, but like morale's off doing his own thing. I'm not even sure morale's really doing
See,
commentary
that's what I
anymore.
keep hearing.
Though I
Okay.
think I saw a clip of Aiden going after him recently, but that's about it.
Oh, good. If he's leaving, that's fine. His sort of tactics. I do background information on people I talk about. I do that on same with the people I talk to. I'm like you. I don't judge them too harshly, but I think the thing is the sort of satire thing for defense. I don't like that. You want to know why I don't like that? Because I've actually legitimately done satire. It can be done properly to critique someone. I probably am not very good at that. I'm trying to evolve that. I try to evolve that. It just doesn't work. You either go into pure satire, like what Big Bungie with that, and take the risk of getting canceled, well, deplatformed, or you have to get ultra autistic to make sure people don't take you out of context or something like that. I need to take a drink, so nice to have someone else talk.
Okay, I'll read some chats unless anyone else wants to. Dreamer, you have
Okay.
anything?
No.
Red?
I just, this is sort of an aside, but you know that meme of the shell shocked soldier? That was fucking me when you mentioned skeptic community. Holy fuck.
What about Armored Skeptic? What happened to Armored
Holy
Skeptic?
shit! I was thinking that was the first
Armored
fucking
Skeptic
guy I thought of.
had a nervous breakdown a couple of years ago. His
Yeah,
channel was stopping
I
getting
can back that
traction.
up. Lost shoe, and
Yeah.
there's a whole bunch of background stuff.
Dude, the shoe
That's
stuff's
fair.
crazy. He like broke up with Shu, started dating a trans woman for a bit, and then drove his channel into the ground, and then had an entire storyline where he got like killed off and came back as a
God.
baby. It was really
What?
fucking insane. It was so
Okay,
bizarre.
Mr. Peanut?
I think he was leaning into dark matter sort of type content, experimenting with integrate in that. That's my impression of that. Yeah, I
mean,
remember
it
that.
went
era.
it went a bit nostalgia critic for a while. It was very odd. He put out a whole
Nostalgia
post
critic?
about how his life was over and like YouTube wasn't recommending his stuff anymore. This is like 2023. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was very, very strange.
Anyone remember? Sorry, I was
No,
about to
go
ask. Does anyone remember No Bullshit?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I do.
Yeah.
That
You know,
racist
Bearing's
Crash Out
still
over
making
Christmas
content.
cards?
Bearing's still doing well.
Yeah, Baron isn't a bitch though. No,
Yeah.
he's saying no bullshit. Okay, Michael
Oh, yeah,
Brooks,
yeah,
Brooks show. I guess you.
But
that
yeah,
part
no
of,
bullshit. Like fucked off years ago. I think.
Yeah.
Um,
now we have a whole string of motherfuckers even more dumb than him, but an audience
Yeah.
to prop him up. Sorry, fucking smash JT. I admit. Oh God, that guy is infuriating. I don't know why commentary doesn't fucking fuck with him. Are they scared of his audience or they agree with him? Well,
I think he's
the right-leaning
stupid.
one.
I don't
What,
know.
Smash
I've
JT?
never looked into
Yeah.
Smash
Oh,
JT.
God.
I you know,
I
I
know,
think
I know. You want
I
to do
think it's one of-
content that will get you places. Okay, I don't care about that.
I mean, if I want to do content that would get me places, I'd have covered things like YMS. I'd covered pirate software. I tend to cover content that interests me, and that's why I tend to do more niche stuff because it's the stuff that I used to watch.
Okay, yeah, I understand. Well, I am even into more.
Well, I'd be
niche
doing the
stuff.
Ethan.
I
I'd
can't
be
just-
doing Ethan Hassan Destiny endlessly if I wanted to sort of like build massive
Okay.
audience numbers.
Yeah, I meant. Oh God, it's just. So
Or I joined the LCU.
Huh?
Yeah.
You know, if you wanted, if you want to grow at the moment, if you want to build like a stable audience, like a you join something like the LCU because that's made a lot of money.
I am fucking criticizing these networks. I'm gonna go back and go over. I'll fucking have to find a way to make more entertaining You're right. You need you want to be viewed. You got to make both informative and entertaining content, and it's really hard to reach that balance. And also, I'm a bit of a prude because the whole sort of satire defense, something I thought was, I already went over it. What do you think on that stance? Is that prudish in your opinion, guys? Saying, yeah, there should be a joke. Where I agree with Sai. If something's a joke, it should have a point. It should have a punchline or something.
Yeah, they use it as insults more than funny.
I mean, I think it's fine just to laugh at somebody. I think I think that a lot of this, especially streaming, is, and this is why I think there's a difference between video essay content and streaming.
Yeah.
I think an awful lot of streaming is just a shared experience of laughing at something. It doesn't necessarily have to.
Yeah,
have a point.
I know.
Video essays, on the other hand, need to be a bit more pointed.
There's also the risk of running into the parasocial relationship, which I'm really fucking iffy on. I wasn't until, yeah, let's just say there's many things that led me to
natural part of being a YouTuber. I don't think you can avoid the parasocial relationship.
Yeah, but you can limit it. Okay,
You,
there's some people
you
who
can
even
to an
argue.
extent, but like
Yeah,
ultimately, it depends how you treat it. If it's an abused relationship, then it can be damaging. Like you look at people like Brittany Simon, for example. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, Garo Shadow Scale.
You could be like
he
Toby
does Jesus
Fox and just
content.
not have social media.
I mean, Seth did that. Seth deleted his Discord because he was like, "This is getting too close." So
Yeah,
you
Well,
should
it's
do
dumb
that.
nowadays. Did you know morale, supposedly, according to one little clip from Turkey Tom, Morale might have been the reason that he nuked his Discord because he let a pedo in, according to Turkey Tom.
So that story's like really complicated. It's not. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Oh,
It's
gosh.
just.
I'm not going to use sweeping. You're just trying
No,
to
no,
get
no.
an understanding.
This isn't sweeping. It's
No,
that
I wouldn't use that
story's, like,
terminology. I'm stopped.
actually. That story is actually really weird, and I think that part of the reason that Morale has the reputation he does is like a fallout because a lot of people blame him for the Turkey Tom Discord being deleted, which, from what I can tell, may have some legs to it. I don't think it was just his fault, but I certainly think it was part of the mod team.
Yeah, and I disagree with your
that issue.
defense of him going after Hempleton. I agree. He definitely used his sexual assault as some sort of authority in the Mama Max.
So okay. When you say you disagree with him going after Hempleton, what do you mean?
Like going after him about his rape on that what was it, the Flatley stream. Flatley was fucked up for letting it go on also. If he was his, again, this is why this whole friendship angle, I see it as a manipulative tactic. Okay. And yeah, I'm sure Jar,
It's not healthy.
everyone uses it to some degree. I just
Remind
cut
me
it
what
off.
I said on that. Remind me what I said about that.
You said since he used if I'm remembering right, I'm going off of memory here. If what I'm thinking is right, is that you were like, because he used his sexual assault to use it, something like Morale using it against you was fair game.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So my basic standard with this, and I'm completely consistent on this. So, for example, I talk a lot about my mother being dead. If somebody came and started making dead mum jokes at me, or started going after me like that, that's completely fair game because I've thrown that out into the content world. That's not that's not something someone's discovered about me. I've openly offered that to public scrutiny. And
yes, but
it can be like a very unkind. It can be cruel. It's not defense on a moral ground, but from a content ground, I just think, like the only way some of this works is going.
You can
okay,
defend
you
a
made
lot
that
of
choice.
shit from the content side of things, and I can understand that.
Yeah, I just think that's I think that's a line. If you introduce this stuff as content, you should expect it to be used against you.
You should expect it, but approving of Morale doing it and even almost bringing him on because of it. I mean, that's just how it came off. Okay, you were sort of defending because
I won't condemn someone for doing it.
It's not even about condemning. It's just about distancing yourself. You don't have to condemn. You just be like, you're a liability. You even went over that with Hempleton in Romantic Goblin. Yes, he definitely twisted it really fucking badly, and I don't blame you for being like, bitch, why the fuck are you doing this? But
yeah, that annoyed me. So if you want like the liability argument, I think that's certainly true. If you want to like make the argument of, well, you tell the people these people might be liabilities, and normally I've just taken the L on that. I mean, this is what I'm with Kumo, right?
Yeah. And what really it was my perspective that you were trying to save Akumo by throwing Jar under the bus because he was the bigger guy, the more dorkier guy. Akumo definitely.
No, I just simply fucked that up. I hadn't read the DMs properly. I trusted Kumo, then I shouldn't have. So like, yeah, it's purely me dropping the ball, which is what I said at the time.
Okay. It seems like a major misstep, and you took the opportunity with Jar. He gave you something, but Lyle sent him there. I already went over that. That's out there. There's no reason to argue about that. But the chaos time is over. Actually, I'll let it go 5 more minutes.
Was there any? Yeah, is there anything else? Sorry, I know there are other people in there, and it's just become like because you've made quite a few pieces on me. Is there anything else like you want to ask about or anything else?
That's a good question. I didn't expect you to actually pop up and talk. Okay, you should have gave me some warning, and I could have prepared some questions. Maybe I could have gotten Soul Skibbity to write them for me, or Kinetic Gal. You know. Sorry,
Soul Skibbity's still around. I think I saw him in.
I don't fuck. I think he's gone with age game. Okay, fucking Aiden. I try to keep up with him. I'm just like, he's gone too political for me. I'm into this whole woke right stuff because I find it fascinating, that sort of thing. I'm not gonna bore you with those fucking details, especially because Chud. I found a real big gem back in Chud's content with President Sunday, where President Sunday has one of the woke right people, the distributus, sort of going on about how he was trying to actually blackmail and harass other content creators.
I am completely unfamiliar with this law.
I'll go. If you want some, it won't get you any content. I find it interesting because of my overlap with the woke right stuff, which is fascinating from a couple of different angles. And
What do you
I
mean
do
by the woke right?
right wingers who act like the woke left, the woke scolding, the cancellation. I guess you guys just totally tune out of the right side of politics. I'm more in the center, so I look at both sides, and I decide where I fall on that particular thing there. You know what I mean? I try to stay tuned in. I think almost the whole entire YouTube ecosystem affects each other in small little ways. Other people see other people using certain tactics, and they try to adapt it towards their particular group.
Yeah.
And with the jar stuff, it's like no one's given him any sort of defense. Okay, I'm just pointing out the things I think that might mitigate things. I'm not going to say those things are true for Jar. It's just like a defense lawyer, because no one else is saying this shit, and I don't know what the fuck is true there. ACC is fucked up, and being too friendly with them is definitely a mistake, and it definitely seems like that's something where you go with Beckett. You don't think you're a little bit too attached to some of the members, too emotionally involved yourself, or does it just
not
work
really?
that way? Okay.
I mean, like, I'm not hanging out in sort of like group Discord calls with these people. I'm generally just doing my own thing. But part of the problem with ACC content, as you're finding out, and as anyone else who looks into this finds out, is it's very similar to Twitch poll in some ways. You have to know the intricate minor people to make sense of half the shit that happens, because the key thing is in some random person's. I mean, you brought up PV earlier. PV is a great example of this.
Yeah.
The PV was kicked off. The whole drama kicked off on Reservoir's stream. The stream was watched by maybe like 60 people or something at the time, and it caused a huge cascading effect. But the ACC is pretty similar. Like, you'll have this tiny thing that happens in a Discord, and it will spiral out 6 months later into a major drama. So when people like come to look at it, they go, well, who the fuck is this person? Why is this happening? And unfortunately, the only way to effectively cover that is to get down in the dirt, which I've got criticized for, which is fair. But yeah, occasionally that'll bite me. But then you just learn from it, and then it doesn't happen as much, really.
Okay.
It doesn't help that everyone's like heavily biased to a side.
Yeah, I agree. I try. I probably come off too cold because I try to look at the facts and where they tell me, and I just with some of the facts that the stuff against Jard looks rather hinky. Okay, did I look into this? If there was something really damning, if I catch him on something, trust me, I think. I don't think he's smart, okay, but
well, the biggest problem with Jar is he has no idea how to not respond. He's just got,
that's a lot of autistic people. My whole fucking drama with kurtosis. Eventually, he came at me, a small little YouTuber, saying I was harassing him by tagging him for a fucking video. This is why also the standards of harassment. I'm like, what the fuck? You're trying to claim I'm harassing you when you told literal lies. I haven't actually told you any. Sorry, different drama.
Well, I know that feeling.
And that was my first major, like, what the fuck moment. Okay. And I did look into Senate because you probably didn't get to the little hint I dropped. She reached out to me when I did some stupid little video, and like, I didn't save it. That's what got me interested in Senate. But I was too
who
small.
Reached out to you?
Crystal Flame. Okay.
Oh,
I know
really?
your guys' position. Okay, on it. Yes.
Yeah.
She never got back to me. She's like, if I'm going off of memory, she's like, I think there's more to this sort of thing in Senate, you know,
Yeah,
maybe
Crystal
something.
was an interesting character. There's a reason why. Crystal was one of the few people I've gone really hard at because Crystal was.
Oh, that's
pulling
gotta
some
hurt you, man. She was the
I don't
victim.
even know what she did.
Crystal basically came in as the sort of voice of the Glitch Tales drama, which was basically a load of people apparently got groomed. I never looked into the Glitch Tales stuff.
Yeah, that actually does track. I think that was one of the things she wanted to talk to me about, if my memory
And
serves me right.
basically what happened when the Peaches and Lio drama kicked off is Crystal started playing both sides and working with Lio, working with Lumi, working with Kuma. It was a whole fucking thing. And basically, I got quite annoyed at her and she started going to other groups. She particularly went to Kumu's group and was like, I don't think we can trust Beckett. I think Beckett's lying to us.
I wouldn't trust your motherfucking ass personally, but
well, the reason she did it was because she was scared and she was basically gathering a lot of information for Lio and about Lio. It was a whole fucking thing. And she had calls with Lumi, who was involved in a lot of gay opping as well, and also apparently doxing. So and then basically all of that came out. She also orchestrated a lot of random shit. But basically, long and the short of it is Crystal tried to use the voices of other people to build her own platform, which is what really killed her. Because she'd like release calls with her Ko-Fi on it. And shit, which was everyone found a bit fucking weird. But yeah, I mean, Crystal's been gone for like a year. I think the last I heard of her was somebody accusing her of some crime, and I was just like, I'm not dealing with this. Fuck off.
Okay, I'm just saying I'm not new to the Senate stuff. And of course, with the Kumo, the sort of a connection with the Kumo, which I was careful about, especially when he spurged out on me and banned me from chat a while ago. I'm like, seriously, I'm just fucking with your friend. Okay, I forget what that was about even. You said there might be one last thing that I had in my head, but I'm starting to sort of drag out.
Yeah, like take time. I mean,
the one last thing. You said the video was boring. I don't blame you if you didn't want to follow through with it, but the whole point about the Turkey Tom stuff. Do you think this has any legs? How fucking Harley TBS came in to talk to Turkey Tom about this shit and definitely downplayed basically how high
response recently where he denies all the claims because basically Lio adopts children. This is so
that he does.
Insane.
Okay, wait, this is sorry, bad habits. I'll try to go on. Someone yell pause.
Yeah, just let it play because I've never
The
seen
other
this
thing,
before.
he's 40, right? He's like 40.
Yes, he's a 40-year-old man who adopted Hopeless Peaches.
40-year-old man, that's crazy. That's so crazy. He adopted Hopeless Peaches. Wait, isn't Hopeless like 20 something?
24, 25, yeah.
Okay,
it's so strange.
It's good to see these people are prioritizing their time well. Okay.
Yeah. So then Peaches comes out saying that Lio was abusive to them. Lio comes out responding saying it's not true. Peaches deletes their Google document. Then Omnia makes a video where like basically Omnia's had a bunch of issues with Peaches before over like Peaches made videos calling them out for past videos, whatever. Just,
Okay,
like,
so
totally
pause.
Yeah. Oh god.
Okay, so I've never seen this clip before. Very simply, there's bits of truth there. So Lio did have this whole found family thing, which was insane.
Yeah, it is still insane.
So what happened with the Peaches stuff is this. During the drama, Peaches tried to throw Lio under the bus to save herself.
Yes, I know. I was around for it. Yes, I didn't report on it, so how would you guys know? Go on.
But the main one was she said Lio was abusive. The evidence she used that Lio was abusive was the Jibs call, which is really bad. And Peaches got burned for two reasons. Firstly, there was no evidence that Lio was ever abusive to Peaches. There's plenty of evidence he's abusive to other people, but none to Peaches.
Okay.
And in particular, the Jibs call. A lot of people quite like Jibs. Jibs is very, very chill. Jibs did not want that call released. Peaches did not talked to Jibbs about it. Peaches just
That's what
released
fucked
it,
her over.
and everyone was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" So yeah, and there was what got leaked. I've got a stream on it, which is like the Burger King logs, where basically there was a server that was put together where Peaches took a load of Lyra's mods, and she basically spun this insane story and kept saying that she was going to kill herself.
Is this Cloud House or what I heard people talking about going through the logs?
So Cloud Palace is a completely different thing. So like there are this was part of the Lyra drama. The others, like I guess Discords that had drama with the FCK, the Fruit Cake Club. Cloud Palace is the SCC drama. What's the other one? Obviously Senate is another one. And I think that's all the main ones. There's a lot of little servers, but those are the main ones.
I gotta. Someone sent me. Yeah, people actually send me shit. Hell, a former employee of Grums sent me some stuff. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Okay, I can't release this. It wasn't even about Grums. It was about someone else. So let me not drop that here. Okay, I'm just like, people send you stuff, but and you want to keep them anonymous. Something about Lio possibly having a secret section in his Discord. I would need to verify it before I could run it.
I mean,
have
what
you
do
heard
you mean by
about that?
secret section? I mean, obviously, like there's hidden channels. There's hidden channels on every
hidden
Discord.
channel. Yes, hidden channel. If this is correct, size stupidity. Would that change anything for you?
I mean, it depends what the claim is that it's a hidden channel for, because like a mod chat is a hidden channel.
Okay.
So I don't know what the claim is. Is the answer? I'm sure there are hidden channels for random things.
You get sent stuff, and you're like, "Can I use this? What does this fucking piece of information even tell me?" You gotta sometimes siphon through so much garbage doing any sort of really research or investigation of any kind. It's it can be annoying. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, again, it's unless there's like a specific claim about like having a hidden channel for thing. Like, so for instance, in my Discord, I've got 2 hidden channels for like previous art contests.
But is it to talk shit on one particular person?
Yeah, I mean, if he does, I don't know about it.
Okay.
But I don't.
Okay.
You know, I'm not that in depth.
I know he has like threads. On a lot
Yeah,
of
like
people.
I think the threads. Yeah, like Lyra's done drama threads on people. So if there's like somebody in the midst of drama, like at the moment there's a Courtney thread in Catslayer.
Okay. Yeah, this could completely be also.
But they're not hidden. They're very easily findable. There could be archived versions of things, but again, I don't know. I'm not really.
Do you know if I have a thread?
No idea, Dreamer. I don't think so. I've never heard about a Dreamer thread.
Okay.
I wouldn't. Actually, I don't know. There's just so much with Lio. I just don't know why you even fucking gravitate towards him still. And I talk about his therapy going well, but not really knowing the details with Aiden or something. It's been from a while.
I mean, when Aiden phoned me and asked about Lio, it's because like it's Aiden. I'll answer the questions, but my intention isn't to sweep for Lio. I've never told people not to make content on him, and like he's fighting on Twitter now. I don't even really need to say anything for him or about him.
Yeah, but it almost looks like you're working in lockstep with him with some things. Okay, I'm not even saying that you are. It just definitely looks like that you are permissive of it because he's going after people who talk shit about you. You can understand how that looks, and maybe. I mean,
standard has always. I mean, he's also talking shit about people I'm friends with, right? Like I'm. Quite
Mally malware. That whole.
He's talking shit about you.
Yeah, he's talk shit about me. Like it doesn't. It's not.
Yeah,
really
I don't let it get to me. Okay.
So like, I suppose the main way to look at that, I guess, is my standard, and this was the same for Akumu, not Kumo, Akumu.
Yes, I get those names mixed up. Also,
yeah, I do the same thing.
I like Akumu, but he's a bit focused. Okay.
Yeah, hyper
focused, but he sort of was groomed by the ACC. Okay.
Yeah, he's been taught to be incredibly detailed. But yeah, I mean. My standard, his standard, and Vlad's standard, if you go back and look at the Lio drama from last year, was like none of us would care if Lio was just Well, essentially just being mean online, because we're all mean online.
Yeah,
it would be
I'm not
massively
excluded from
hypocritical.
that. Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hate him.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
hate
just I don't care about that. I care about the moral flagging and trying to do the
I don't think
accountability
Sai
shit.
is trying to moral flag. She's just thinking, yeah,
I
why
don't think
associate?
Sai's try. I think
Okay, but I
Sai can be a
definitely
bit of a
think
woke spell
the whole
about
thing
it.
with Fauci is well deserved in certain regards. Not saying you have to disavow Fauci at all. He came on to my
I'll
stream.
disavow Fauci. Fuck Fauci.
Okay,
Fauci's a monster. He's just listen.
Oh, he's not.
It's a little
I
Italian
understood what
causing a
he
ton
was
of fucking
doing.
problems.
I understood what he was doing. I'm like, I'm not playing this game. Okay, let me give you a demonstration.
Like
You keep on-
Fauci likes his aggressive side. He's having fun with it. I mean, it's again, it's kind of whatever. I'm not going to
fucking the satire bullshit. I like it. Edgy humor up to a certain point, but at a certain point, just this is my personal values. Okay, wouldn't not talk to someone, but I would not work. And I'm not saying you are, but it definitely seems like you're working lockstep with some of these things. Okay, and I understand the navigation between your associates that you're trying to network, and the size stuff blew up on you. The fucking West Side Tyler shit, which I don't know why the fuck you even went into bed with that guy to start with. Okay, he was on my radar.
Largely Sunday's, like Sunday introduced me to Tyler. I mean, again,
Sunday.
like
Sunday.
I mean, the sign stuff was annoying, but I wouldn't say it really blew up on me.
Okay, not to that much extent. Just the fact that she keeps on lumping you in with, the fact that she lumps you in with Lio. I think. I don't.
Yeah, but it's also one of these things where I don't look. This is content, and you said earlier you think Sai's turning this into content. I think there's probably a lot of truth to that, and it is just I don't take a lot of this stuff personally. I'm not taking the stuff with Sai personally. I think she's. I don't know why she's looping on stuff from months ago. It seems really weird to me, but like if she's just making content out of it, it's kind of whatever. And like she seems to like fighting on Twitter. She seems to be having fun.
Yeah.
So it is whatever. I don't do big back and forth Twitter fights, so it's not always that engaging.
I engage with the stuff when there's. Okay. Yeah, Lio bashing's good. Okay, I think Beckett's way too much of a bitch about Lio, but go. Come on, I need some Lio bashing. Okay.
Yeah. The thing about like being associated with Lio is he harasses people. He almost killed 2 people. They almost killed themselves.
I can't confirm this. I cannot confirm that at the end of the day. Okay.
Wait, what's this about to nearly
Sorry,
killing
I am very strict on go in with factually verified things. You can put rumors out there as long as you explicitly put it.
There was the Sasu one.
It's also part of a bit I do.
I don't think.
I mean, it's true.
If anyone was responsible for Sasu crashing out and threatening to kill himself, it was Ponder, not Lio.
Well, Ponder was nice to Sasu. It was Lio who
trolled. No, hold on. Ponder concern trolled Sasu into having a nervous breakdown. Like, again, it's very clear in the call. It's not Lio shouting at Sasu that makes him crash out. It's like Ponder and like the concern trolling basically reduces him to tears.
Was it concern trolling or was it trying him?
They were like psychoanalyzing him. It was really fucked. The Sasu call was incredibly fucked up. It's why I started like it was my first impression of Ponder, and it's one of the reasons. Chris is the same. It's Chris and I both had like very strong reactions to the Sasu call and the way Ponder was in it. It's fucking creepy.
But why do you not have a problem with Lio?
That's a good question.
Because I think there's a difference between just being mean to somebody and telling someone to fuck off or saying harsh things.
Why does he tell people to kill themselves all the time?
I mean,
that's something in commentary. Okay.
I just
KYS.
And then there's the shotgun call I keep hearing about.
The shotgun call. So the shotgun call is not an accountability call. What that call basically, they were playing video games.
Who's the expert on accountability? It's not Lio. I said that in one of my videos.
No. But like, hold on. Dream was asking about the shotgun call. It's worth talking about the shotgun call.
Okay.
So basically, it was a call where they were all playing video games. This guy was dating one of Lio's found family people. I think Jaden whatever the fuck her name is. No, it's not Jordan. It's the other one, Jalen or something like that. And basically, the subject of his military service came up. He had a massive crash out because somebody challenged him, not Lio, to be clear. He left the call and he came back with a shotgun and threatened to kill himself. They got a wellness check called on him. That's what the shotgun call is.
Okay, I have to ask about
Lyle
this.
wasn't involved with that?
I have to ask about something. I just got a message.
Lio's only involvement.
ZV wants in here. If one person objects to ZV, I'm not letting him on.
I don't want to get.
Okay.
I don't want to spiral to ZV. Listen, I don't care about ZV or whatever the fuck ZV's doing.
Yeah, if people want to say he's my friend, I think they're insane. Don't you think?
I mean, again, I'm not gonna.
With someone like ZV.
I'm not gonna do guilt by association with you. I'm not gonna. I don't have an issue with being friends with ZV.
Hey,
bring him on.
No,
bring him on.
Beckett doesn't want to talk to him. Okay, Beckett.
I just don't want to get dragged into
there's
whatever
something.
the fuck that shit is.
Oh,
I just want to deal with it.
I tried pulling teeth. Okay, plus
He's not banned from my chat or anything. I just cannot.
Good
be
on
bothered to get
you.
involved with it.
There's a whole Lio going after him. You're stalking fucking Toastify. That seemed a little bullshit, but he's also involved with fucking UTP. Let me not.
Yeah, I literally that whole drama. I've stayed the fuck away from. I'm going to continue to stay the fuck away from. I just don't care about it. Like that. Let other people find it out. I just don't give a shit.
Okay. Yeah. Oh well, I was sort of. Let me get to this last part, then we can. I'm gonna wrap up in the next 50 minutes.
There were small things like
here. This section is more it works better in context, and I should have cut it down more. I agree with that. Okay, I just didn't know where to cut.
That in Noah Sampson's video, I'm like, I think your wording here was wrong. I think you're a little bit too extreme here. I think, etc., etc. But I'll be honest. I don't think that Think Before You Sleep is competent enough to win a debate against Noah Sampson. So even if he does respond, I don't think it will actually go well for him.
Well, did I fuck up? I fuck up? I think I fucked up with the part. Okay. Basically, there's a part of my video. Maybe I should bring on my fucking video. Just a small section. Because, yeah, I agree with the fucking thing about the clips being too long. Talk about, okay. Why struggle again to pull something up. Or not. TV, what do you think about that man? Completely insane. He trolled Himpleton, Kinetic Cal, all sorts of nonsense there. Fucking.
I think the Himpleton stuff was fairly entertaining when it happened. I don't know. It's
yeah.
I don't really have strong opinions. I've kind of just avoided literally looking at whatever because I think my first exposure to him was the Morale video, and then he was like, he became friends with Morale, and then there was the Himpleton stuff, and I was like, this is fucking weird. And then I was just like, I just don't care anymore. And then a load of people started fighting with him, and I was like, I still don't care. That's kind of been my consistent position with ZV.
Would it be okay if before you leave, Beckett can quit out and I talk to ZV?
What? Hey, if Beckett wants to go and ZV wants to come on to represent his side, I just want this one clip.
Yeah, I'm sure. Let's watch this clip.
I want.
Dream you can talk to
It's
ZV.
part of my video, so. And I'm just waffling because
Sounds good.
I'm sorry. Okay. Share this tab. Oh, fucking hell. I hate you, brain. Why aren't you working? Just because it's late? I get. Yeah. Okay, well, let's start here. Why the hell not? Got to start someplace.
Like murder them.
Was this like on stream? Like, was this for content?
Okay.
Sometimes they would turn into YouTube VODs, but it was
I like this
mostly
little bit
just
here
for like the satisfaction of the people in the server.
What was this
Just
about?
for fun. They were just getting involved. This is like a John Swan type thing. Just like, we're gonna own this guy. Everyone will know I own him.
Kind of, yeah. Like I know Peaches used some clips in one of their videos, but I think that's as far as it went. Like it wasn't really a big like thing for.
Okay, that was the bit.
With my,
I'm a I give up.
Hadn't
I can't find the clip, but basically Harley TBS gets brought up. Sorry. Jar gets brought up, and Turkey Tom calls him a genius because he said Gumball says penis is a metaphor. And it seems like Harley TBS is a little bit weird about Turkey Tom calling Jar a genius. We from commentary knows that doesn't mean anything. Okay.
No.
Obviously, he does it. He almost seems worried, and he purposely brings up the story about how basically the DMs that I went over, he didn't know what caused the sort of breakup between him and Jar, which is complete bullshit.
I don't know enough about the Harley stuff, if I'm honest.
Okay,
but
okay.
I just because I've never even seen any of Harley's content. I don't think. So,
oh God, okay. I'll let you go. Don't make me kick you. It was more pleasant than I thought to have you on. You're much better than fucking Fauci's fucking shit ass. I've never been like this guy's. He's demanding I do something. It sort of, if I placate his fucking demands, I'm sort of admitted optically looking like I didn't do the research when I did fucking go over that. I just didn't include. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Well, he's an angry Italian. Listen earlier. Completely disavow Fauci. Fuck Fauci.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, okay, right. I'll dip. And yeah, look, if you want something, you can at me on Twitter or DM me on Twitter. You know what my
okay. I know your ad. Okay.
Peace.
Okay, that's fine. Bye. Okay, if ZV is still around, I'll send him the link. Beckett I'm just gonna okay. And Rays of Red got outed or something. I don't know. So why did you want ZV in here?
Well, he wanted on.
Okay, might as well. I'll give him like 10 minutes. Okay, 10, 15 minutes if he even responds. Fucking hell.
And I've been concerned about him.
God, you're concerned about fucking ZV? Okay.
Yeah.
I just can't. Okay. He said spreading misinfo. I'll give him a link. Gonna round this around. See, I have no endurance when it comes to fucking streaming. Well, I can't do it. Plus, my internet actually been extremely kind to me recently. Okay, send him the link. He hates this sort of thing, but it's a proper thing. Okay, I'll give him a minute or two. And I don't sort of know how to do an outro on this fucking thing. Follow the commentary community. I am going to fucking... You just have to look at my video. I got the wrong place on it. I'm an idiot. CV just fucking with me, or is he just wants to fuck with Beckett? Okay, that's his only goal in life, to fuck with people, it seems like. Taking him seriously or trusting him at all, I don't fucking know. Then I'm on the wrong fucking video. Yeah, okay, going once. CV, I'll give him the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, wrap up. Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah, I'm ending the stream. It went interestingly. I still disagree with Beckett on no, I actually technically don't disagree with anything he said on stream. Okay. He's a very charming guy. He's a very charming guy. I'll give him credit. I don't know how deep his research skills go. You know, we have each his own. I don't know his research methodology, and people definitely don't know about mine. Because I don't want people to know about it. Hard to research sometimes if everyone knows what you're up to.
Yeah, I messaged him.
Oh God. Yeah, which was sort of out of things. Okay, that was an interesting sort of talk. Wine and dining, whatever the fuck. Okay. And I'm sure people...
Should I give him the link? Can I give him the link?
Hey, I don't know if you literally can. Okay, we got a ZV. Okay, good. I was probably going to give you like a few more minutes. Okay. Hi, your name is ZV. You're on whatever the fuck the stream turned into in this chaos session. Go. What misinfo did you want to correct? Are you going to be an asshole? Muted. But he knows he's muted. He's not an amateur hour. Okay. Countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Speak now, ZV, or forever hold your peace.
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yes, we can hear you. Maybe I should have more. Sorry, maybe I should have more patience and not just assume you're fucking with us.
Yes, like exactly.
It's probably fucking true.
Yes.
Okay, what did you want to say?
What did I want to say?
Yeah, you just wanted to be on the stream and fuck with people. I know.
That's not true. I missed you, Vincent Martin and Dreamer. Okay.
Oh God.
I missed both of you so much. Okay.
Dude. I'm feeling sexually assaulted now. Not really. I wanted to say that.
Oh, you're so silly, Dreamer. You know what was crazy, Dreamer? Before I had to go on my little break, I got a notification and saying that apparently you were saying some stuff about me on your recent video, Dreamer. So I was wondering, what was that about? Huh?
I had to get it out. That's it. Listen, it's not anything about you. It's just about what I knew, right? I just had to get it out.
Oh God.
So it's not you, it's me. Dreamer, you know how crazy it is that you just say stuff on the stream just out of nowhere. Don't even talk to me about it. And then you're like, oh, but I just need to get... Oh, Vincent Martin's here. Hi, Vincent Martin. Hi.
Yeah. He basically is. ZV? Yes. Okay. I'm still trying to figure him out. Okay. Is he pure troll, pure ironic, pure Zoomer bait for fucking weirdos Splatoon community, right? That's what you focus on?
Not anymore. I'm escaping that community. They make me want to kill myself. Whoops. I'm not allowed to say that word, am I? Those words.
I have no fucking clue. Yeah. Boy,
in Minecraft. Okay. In Minecraft.
God.
Who just said I look beautiful today? Thank you so much. I took inspiration from Frogan. Vincent Martin.
Yes,
hey, Vincent Martin. I saw that you and Becca were talking.
Yes, I am open to talk to anyone. Well, almost anyone. You need to be careful sometimes with some people. Like that guy. What's her name in trouble? The Goblin Girl. When fucking that he brought on someone who docs Lio and people use that against her. I'm like, Lio put his own docs out there. These sort of rolls around docs and it's insane.
Oh my God.
Lio's docs out there. Shaming someone over that doc shit seems a little absurd.
Doxing's horrible.
And I don't think I really got him with that. Yeah. It's all horrible. It's all horrible in the hood. Okay.
Yeah, but really, are you
black?
I don't know.
But are you okay, CB?
No. Yeah, probably not. Okay.
Vincent Martin's running.
Okay,
He's running.
okay.
He's running. He's running. Oh my
No
God.
way.
Oh,
I extended.
Look at
This
the
is
up block.
overtime.
The up
ZV.
block.
Okay.
The up block.
Ray,
Someone
Red
call
wants
Falky
to come
quickly. He's
back
running.
on.
No, please.
Someone call Falky quick. So
Yeah, they
quick.
will.
He's running.
Be quiet. You posted something that was kind of concerning.
We'll talk about that later, Dreamer. Okay.
I never took you off, Red Ray. I don't think. Maybe I did actually. Sorry. I did.
My mic disconnected for a second. Sorry, and it
okay.
got booted backstage.
I'll give it like 5 more minutes. Okay, I've already did overtime. Did you have something else to say, or you want to talk?
I'm
to one
mostly
of these
just here for the insanity. I know somewhat about Dreamer, and based on what I hear, I'm hearing about ZV. I just know this is going to be mildly, at least mildly entertaining.
Okay. I'll let it go on for a few minutes. As long as they don't break any fucking insane sort of fucking things. There's a place for it. Okay. There's a time and place for chaos. Time, place for order. That's what I believe.
Chaos
I'm probably
control.
wrong.
Yeah.
Come on. Give us.
Okay, I need to ask.
Guys.
Race of Red, what are your pronouns?
Is this a trick question? Are you gonna do the thing where you just use the opposite?
Oh my god, just tell me what your pronouns are.
Okay, fine. He, him. I don't know what to set up this joke. What kind of joke this setup this is. What kind of joke this setup's for, but.
Don't ask me.
Race of Red, how old are you?
Why do you ask?
Oh, Vincent Martin, do you have a minor on your stream?
I am fucking 22. Okay, you baited that out of me. Okay, fine.
Yeah,
you're 22. Holy crap! Which episode did you ride to school? That's crazy.
What? Oh god! Don't expect sense out of this guy most of the time. It's like 90% of the time pure cringe Zoomer bait, and occasionally you'll get some little factoid that might be true or it might be a lie. Okay, it's infuriating.
Do you ever?
Go on.
ZV, do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again?
What?
American Beauty, I think she's referencing. Okay.
Actually, it's that is actually Firework by Katy Perry. We're gonna have to cancel you for that mistake.
Yeah,
what, did she do it before American Beauty? I'm just curious. The
I
guy
actually don't know.
Okay.
I'm a Zoomer. I don't know things.
No, okay. No, my age is unknown. All my private info is private for a reason, because it's lame to get your personal life out there. Something I vehemently think is Jar's cosmically stupid for. And fucking even I was obligated. ZV was also gave. Why did you give that clip? I reluctantly gave that clip. I'm like, dude, you know this is fucking stupid. The clip.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
For Jar's response, okay? You got to know that you didn't probably fucking care. I'm like, this is a bad idea. Why are you letting out all this shit? I'm not going to tell you his response. Okay,
what are you talking? What is this guy talking about? Wait.
Never mind.
No. You're running. It's Foggy in the chat. Why are you running?
Is he even in the chat still? I thought he was getting drunk at a wedding.
Yeah,
he was in the
he's
chat.
At a wedding. He was earlier. I don't think he's in there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's probably drunk and maybe fucking a bridesmaid or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
Isn't he married? That's like really.
I don't fucking know. I don't know Fauci's life at all.
He's a New Jerseyan. He is the scum of the earth.
Probably. Okay. If he's
You
from
guys
New Jersey, it makes sense.
Are bad faith wishing adultery on Fauci. Fauci. What the flip is this guy's name? Fauci? What is it? It's such a weird name.
Fauci.
I just called him the thing from New Jersey because I don't believe they have human rights. Obviously.
Disavow. Okay.
You know what he said? You know what Fauci said? Like, he went said that, like, what did he say I did again? He went and said that I blackmailed Himpleton with his nudes, right? He said this 3 times. I'm like, why did you say this, bro? Like, it's not true. Even Himpleton was laughing about it on stream. He was like, this isn't true. I don't know why, like, Fauci said that.
He
like,
uses satire as a shield for anything he gets wrong. That's probably it. I don't know if that's for sure.
I don't know.
No, he said that was like intent on like 3 streams, and I was listening to this like.
Maybe he's baiting you. Maybe he's baiting you, CV. Are you gonna take you're taking the bait, man. You wanna be a lolcow like Jar? Yeah, you're taking the bait.
That sounds kinda hard actually. I think me and Fauci, if we hop into DMs.
That's what I get for letting Zoomers on fucking stream.
Oh, Vincent Martin, you're like 40,
Have you ever
bro.
heard? No, I am 666 years old, or 69.
So you're Lolly? That's crazy. Scary.
Oh, God.
The fact you laughed at that is crazy. You know what I was referring to. This guy.
Yes, I did a video on immoralities. It was probably my most successful video for a while. I went after her stupidity and the design of. I was like, okay, this bitch said she went to art school, but she's not factoring in how fucking animation came to fucking being. Okay, you can watch that whole video. It was a cluster.
Are you a lolicon?
No, fucking hell.
Okay, we can have this conversation off stream and you can tell me.
I am not fucking hell. I do not like cute girls doing cute things. That's in fact makes the fucking fandom incorrigible to me. Okay.
So you're gay? Oh
God!
So
what the fuck?
Oh, this guy's gay. He's literally gay. He said he doesn't like cute girls doing cute things. This guy is gay. You're
That's not anime genre.
Sexual.
Okay.
No, bro. It's confirmed that Vincent Martin likes men. Okay, and you're not even denying it. It's curious that you're not like properly denying it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go,
Why
Vincent
deny
Martin?
claim that you just made up out of nowhere? Okay.
Bring it back.
I'm gonna have to fucking end the stream. It's fun to end on chaos. No.
He's running. He's running.
Running from what? Stupidity? I don't want my brain to turn into mush, okay? This is preserving my sanity by ending the stream. I'm preserving everyone who's stupid enough to be still watching this. Sanity, go for your own mental health.
You're running.
Yeah.
Vincent Martin, can we debate?
No, it's
Can we
not
debate?
run.
Can we debate? Can we debate?
We can do a 1 minute debate. Pick the topic.
1 minute.
5
This guy's
seconds.
scared he's going to lose. That's why he's trying to make it as short as possible.
Come on, quickly.
Ooh.
You have
Ooh.
you have 8,
Ooh.
6, 7,
7,
5. I don't know. What's the topic?
Okay. The topic can be, what's your opinion on Emrao? Okay. What's your opinion?
That you're obsessed with him and Himpleton. That's my opinion of him at the moment.
Okay, that's just not true. That's just not true.
What, you changed your stance?
No, because that's just not true. I think Himpleton, before the call, he was so good looking. I mean it. If you seen, oh my god, after the call, now he's like, I mean this in the nicest way. Now he looks like a pedophile. Like I don't know what his whole moustache is about, but Vincent Martin, I think you have feelings for Himpleton since you made like a full-on video dedicated to his drama. I think there's something going on. He's not denying it. Notice. I'm noticing.
Feelings? Do you think I have feelings that I give a damn about any of this? Intellectual curiosity, trying to figure out what's the fuck's going on in all these fucking small-ass communities. It has a perverse fascination for me. Plus, it plays in well with my research. These shitty communities, I'm just hoping that this mental illness that I see in small commentary, ACC, is like contained. Like it's a quarantine. I'm just hoping that what I see in these communities isn't going to spread to the rest of the internet, but it almost looks like it is. It's a horrible future you Zoomers are going to have to live in if you have to live. If this is reflective of fucking the world, these fucking the spaces. Okay, I'm hoping.
Are you insinuating that you are 70 years old, so by the time the internet fully expands, you're going to be dead in like 60 years?
Either 666 years old or 69. I'm giving you two options. Pick one. Don't make up new ones. Okay. I will give okay, shut up. I'll give everyone else and I'll give you out. I muted him. Anyone else want to say anything before I end the shit show? Chaos.
God, really troll, be funny. Sorry.
Yeah, Vique posted something that's, he's like afraid. He's scared.
Okay.
For his well-being.
Okay, tell him to tell me offline. If I think his claim has any validity, I will look it up, even if I think it's full bullshit. Hey, how did you get on mute? Okay, say your last piece out. Okay.
Say my last piece?
Yes, we're ending the stream. Okay.
So you're still running?
Like a half hour ago.
You're still running. It's crazy that you're running. You have a pattern of running. Like, are you sure you're not black? You sure you're not black? Because you are a very talented runner.
I was actually a runner in high school. Yeah, I was black. Yeah, I voted for Biden and I became white. I get okay. Fuck off. I want to wrap this up.
Okay.
Or preserve what sanity I have and anyone else's. Peace out. Bye bye.
Wait.
Yes, it's over. It's over.